Eye Care, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC, Orange County Fiber, Orange County Casa, Paoli Health and Living Community, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Summer Seamless Guttering, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, and the Orange County Community Foundation. Now, let's head to the action. This is Mix 95.3 WUME, your home for local sports.
The road to a sectional championship for the Paoli Rams football team kicks off tonight at Cook Field as the Rams take on Eastern Pekin in the opening round of Class 2A Sectional 40. Other opening round games tonight in Sectional 40 find Crawford County at Clarksville, Salem on the road to Switzerland County, and Brownstown Central plays at Tell City. Good evening, everybody. Dave Dedrick along with Bert Pettigo, and it's time now for Rams football in sectional play on Mix 95.3. Streaming live on WUME953.com and ask Alexa to play 95.3 WUME. Our pregame show tonight is always being brought to you by Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time. Anytime that you head into postseason play, you hope that you'll be riding a wave of momentum. And Bert Pettigo, that's the position the Rams find themselves in with a 6-game winning streak to close out the regular season.
Yeah, been a while since they've been beaten. Valley was the last one to do it, and that was way back in week 3. And this is a Paoli team that you can see week by week. They're getting better at the little things, and as a result, you can see the confidence kind of building in the team as well. They basically do what they do and dare you to stop it, and so far, at least the last month and a half, nobody's been able to do that.
Just like last year, the opening matchup in sectional play at home with the Eastern. Mm-hmm. Again, the Musketeers, a team that is struggling, only one win on the regular season. They have a new head coach, so they're, once again, reinstalling a system as well as a culture. Yeah,
installing the system over and over again. They tried starting the year wanting to do one thing, but if the personnel don't match what you want to do, you have to make some changes on the fly. So they'll primarily be a ground and pound type of team tonight. But what they did early in the season was to spread you out and throw it a little bit. So they do have that in the arsenal as well. And the one thing that they definitely have is some size up front. You're going to have to deal with that. They want to come out, and like I say, they want to push you around a little bit, especially when they've got the ball. So Paoli will have to be able to stand those blocks off, get off the blocks when they need to, and if nothing else, just occupy blockers so that your linebackers can come up and make stops.
They call it bully ball. They want to push you around, as you mentioned. So the Rams, if they get smacked in the face, they're going to have to answer with a smack of their own.
Yep, and a lot of the bullies, that's all they understand. You got to hit them back and hit them back again until they finally understand you're not going anywhere and you're not going to have any of that.
It's the Rams and the Musketeers to open up 2A sectional 40. Eastern comes in 1-8 at their regular season close. They average just over 6 points per ball game and give up 40 for head coach Jordan Williams in his first year at the helm of the Musketeer football program. The Rams are 7-2 entering postseason play. Head coach Neil Dittmer in his sixth year, 48-16. The Rams average just over 40 points per ball game and give up just a shade over 16 per contest. These two teams, they've met 3 times in the last 40 years. Everyone has been in postseason play, and the Rams have the advantage, 3-0, and looking to make it 4-0 tonight. Had a chance to talk with head coach Jordan Williams of Eastern Pekin and Neil Dittmer of Paoli. When we continue with the Team OC pregame show, we'll get their thoughts on tonight's matchup. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good. Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than In Focus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
As the Team OC pregame show continues, head coach Jordan Williams of Eastern High School joins us now, brings his team to Cook Field tonight in this opening round matchup in Class 2A Sectional 40. Coach Williams, if you would, for our listeners, of course, everybody looks at your record 1-8, but you and your staff just getting started in your first year. How did you guys view how this season went for the Musketeers?
Overall, not looking at the record, we did a lot of really good things this year in terms of building the program up. We're talking from youth league to the high school level. There was improvement the whole stretch. My kids came out. They compete every night. They play hard. The toughest thing about this year is we had a ton of injuries. We lost some starters week 0 at our scrimmage. I just got a couple of those guys back, like 5 days ago. So we're trying to get some of them back, as good a shape as we can, try to get them ready for the sectional. But, other than those things, we had a good year, and some of the things that we wanted to accomplish, we were able to.
Coach, we talk about starting a program under a new head coach like you are doing. What type of culture do you want to establish at Eastern?
We want a winning culture here. We've been in the MSC conference for the last roughly 19, 20 years. The MSC conference has outgrown us. There's a lot of 3A and 4A schools that these kids have had to play week in, week out. And, over the course of the entire program, 18 years, 19 years, we really developed a losing culture. It was almost like they just expected to lose, if that makes sense. That's the biggest thing I want to change here is the culture, because I have kids that I believe in. I have kids that work hard. We just have to set them up for success.
Coach, if you would, tell us a bit about your team, offensively, defensively. What do you do out on the field?
Well, we switched our offense up about week 4. I started off doing the spin series offense. It just wasn't working for us. We were struggling, and as a head coach, as their leader, I couldn't watch them struggle anymore. So we went to what I ran the last few years at the middle school level, which was the wishbone. My kids, I was explaining it to them. They got excited about just the downhill smash mouth football. So that's kind of what we stuck with.
Defensively, what do you try and do out on the field?
Defensively, we run a hybrid 4-2-5. Our MSC schedule, we had guys that would try to line up and run it down our throat. And we had teams that loved to spread out and run the RPO and throw the ball all over the field. We thought that defense would kind of help with all the different things that we see throughout the year.
Third phase of the game, Coach, how's your special teams played this year?
Special teams struggled a little bit. When I look back, I know special teams is important. One thing I wish I could do, if I could go back in time, is I would spend a little bit more time every day on our special teams. We have a really good punter in Jeff Fowler. He's new to us. He's new to football, but we learned he can kick the ball. So we found a good punter. Now we got to again set him up for some success.
What about your matchup with Paoli tonight?
We like our matchup with them. It is we know they like to run the ball. If we have a strength in our defense, it's containing the run. We struggle a little bit with other aspects, but I like our matchup. They're tough nosed. They're very well coached. So a lot of respect for Paoli, but again I do like our matchup.
Coach, as you break down this ball game offensively, defensively, what does your team have to do to pull out a win on the road tonight?
We need to get in the end zone. Our biggest struggle all year is kind of like I said, has been offense. We have a lot of turnovers. We got to protect the ball. A lot of turnovers in the red zone this year. That's something that we hope we have that fixed now. We know that we cannot do that tomorrow. Paoli is way too good of a team to turn the ball over. So the goal is get in the end zone and have 0 turnovers.
Coach, it is sectional. That means postseason, a different animal. What kind of message have you been relaying to your team to get them ready for this type of atmosphere that you'll see tonight?
Telling them, kind of take it all in. High school football does not last forever. We're right now it's win or go home. I told them how when the season does end, make sure you don't have any regrets. Don't let the season end and you wish you would have played, a little bit harder.
Coach Williams, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you for having me.
Head coach Jordan Williams of Eastern. Stay tuned. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Every great business starts with a vision. Are you ready to bring yours to life? At Springs Valley Bank and Trust, we provide the financial tools and expert guidance to help you build, grow, and succeed. From business checking and lending solutions to cash management and merchant services, we're here to fuel your journey. This is Joella Land. Give me a call at 812-936-5614 to talk about how Springs Valley can help your business thrive. Adventure awaits. Let Springs Valley guide the way. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking to make a difference? Team OC's Youth Mentoring Program is here to help kids in Orange County reach their full potential. Our mission to expand child's possibilities through a community-wide mentoring program for kids 7 to 17. We provide support, guidance, and a caring adult to lean on. You can be a part of their journey. Become a mentor or make a donation. Join us at 262 West Court Street, Paoli, or visit teamocmentoring.org. Questions? Call Executive Director Priscilla Woodrum at 812-653-0288. Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time.
Paoli Rams head football coach Neil Dittmer joins us now. Rams at home to open up sectional play tonight, taking on Eastern. We'll get into that matchup in just a few minutes. Coach, come into sectional play here on a great run to close out regular season and a great way to cap off that regular season with the big win on senior night last Friday night.
Yeah, it was one of the better games we put together on all sides of the ball, and I've really liked how we've been building as the season has gone on and think that we've really started to peak here and started to play our best football at the right time heading into sectional play.
Well, we come into tonight's game riding that 6-game winning streak.
Yeah, anytime that you can say you've won 6 in a row, it's a good thing. We are obviously playing pretty well, and our schedule has allowed us to continue to get better as we've gone. And anytime that we can be saying, all right, this is the best version of ourselves as we head into Week 10, we like the ability to go on a run here.
Hard to believe Week 10 is here, Coach, and as we always say, it begins the second season.
Yes, it does. Everybody at this point in time is 0-0 at their record and throw everything else out of the window right now. You've got to come and you've got to play your best football starting tonight, and you've got to take it 1 week at a time and really just savor every single week because your season's coming at some point and it's going to come to an end. So really enjoying it and really putting your best foot forward from here on out.
Well, for the past couple of weeks, we've known who our opponent was be after the draw a couple of weekends ago. But getting ready for Eastern, Coach, how did your work go Monday through Thursday?
Put it in our game plan in on Monday. I thought did a nice job. I didn't really like our energy very much on Tuesday. I thought our work was fine, but just we're kind of quiet, and that's not who we are. That's not who our team is and who our kids are. But we came out on Wednesday and Thursday with much better energy, and our focus was still really good.
We come tonight, Coach, facing off against Eastern. What's your scouting report on these Musketeers?
It's a team that has struggled for most of the regular season, kind of trying to still find their identity a little bit. But I feel like they've started to offensively and defensively find out who they are, and they have a plan of attack now. And so they do some things that are going to be tough. They like to run the ball, and they try and be really physical up front, and that can give us problems. We historically have really struggled with teams that are super physical with us. And so we've got to match that physicality and be able to make sure we own the line of scrimmage. That's going to be key defensively. Offensively, it's going to be about getting the ball in a different guy's hands and really getting them out in space and spreading the ball out.
A team that'll be more of a power team, Coach, or do they rely on speed and quickness?
Much more of a power team. Their best attributes are their guys up front, and so they're going to try and bully you a little bit up front.
Any team comparable on our season we played to that you kind of relate to this team from Eastern?
Defensively, it's very similar to what North Knox tried to do to us last week and how they're playing. Offensively, they're doing a little bit of everything. They're wishbone. They run some power eye stuff. They do some a little beast formation where they've got a bigger guy in the backfield, but they're going to try and play bully ball and beat you with more guys at the point of attack.
We talk about game plans, Coach. What do the Rams have to do offensively and defensively to win tonight?
Defensively, we got to stop the run. If we can pin them back and put them in long down and distances, we should be in really good shape all night long. We've got to own the line of scrimmage, and we've got to tackle really well. They've got some big running backs that if you don't wrap up and don't run your feet, they're going to fall forward for several yards, and they're just going to be able to keep drives going and control the clock. And we've got to be able to have the ball in our hands, I think, as we go throughout the night. Offensively, it's come down to the same stuff we've done the last several weeks. We've got to take care of the football. If we're staying on schedule like we have been and overcoming some of our mistakes that we've done, we're going to be in good shape. And I think we got to be able to get the ball out on the edge early to take advantage of our athleticism.
Coach, we get into postseason play, gives me a chance to ask you the real loaded question. Okay, in postseason play, do you get more conservative? Do you become more aggressive? Or are you just trying to keep this ship steady?
I think it depends on the matchup. I think that's who we've become a little bit more this year. We've kind of dictated ourselves, all right, well, do we think we can get into the aggressive nature of our throw game a little bit more? And, and it's really just kind of feeling out the game as we get into it. And, that's kind of how we've had to play recently. Just, all right, what's our best option here? And then let's go attack that way. And I think at any point in time, you got to be able to pull the trigger and be super aggressive. Have your trick play in your pocket, have your reverse or whatever it is to have, because you never know when you need it, and you got to be willing to do that because it's win or go home at this point. So we're not going to leave anything in the chamber. We're going to make sure everything that we've got is going to be used if we need it.
I was going to say, you touched upon it earlier, and you just mentioned it. Pretty simple formula now. You win in advance, or you lose, and you're done.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's the goal. Let's win this week and be ready to go for another opportunity to play some more football next week.
Health-wise, how are the Rams heading into tonight's sectional matchup?
Still the same guys that we've had out are out. So we're about the last 5 weeks or so, about the same group as still healthy and good to go.
Coach Dittmer, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game tonight.
Thanks, Dave.
And Eleanor will take us to kickoff.
Go Rams, be excellent.
Stay tuned. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call Robin Brown today and tell her that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
As we continue with the Team OC pregame show, let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. First of all, the offense for our visitors tonight from Eastern High School. At quarterback will be number 12, Cordell Hurst. He is a junior. They'll run the wishbone in the backfield. At fullback, number 25, Easton Gray, a junior. The halfbacks are 87, Brody Temple, a senior, and number 15, Connor Cleek, a senior. The wide receivers are number 21, Lucas Langley, a senior, and number 34, Trenton Friedmeier. He is a junior. At left tackle, 66, Cash Stuckey. He is a junior. Left guard is 78, Peyton Spitznagel. He is a junior. At center, 77, Micah Tucker. He is a senior. At right guard, number 72, Chase Batt, a sophomore. And at right tackle, number 70, Chase Rickard. He is a senior. Did not have heights and weights, only the classes. So that's all the information we can give you on each individual player. 5 seniors, 5 juniors, and 1 sophomore start on offense for the Musketeers tonight.
And here's the Paoli defense that will try to stop that offense, a 3-4 as usual. Across the front line, you're looking at Dane Padgett on one side, Don Garcia in the center, and Wyatt Baker on the other side. Padgett, 6'3", 200, a senior. Garcia, 5'11", 230, and a senior. And Baker is 6', 180, and a senior. Your middle linebackers or linebacking core will consist of Justin Thornton, Tyler Hannon, Trey Robbins, and Chase Case. Thornton, 6'2", 195, a junior. Hannon, 5'10", 190, and a senior. Robbins, 5'10", 170, and a junior. And Case is 5'10", 150, and a junior. Your defensive backs on the corners, Cade Walls on one side and Colton Beckley on the other. Walls, 6'1", 165, a senior. Beckley, 6'2", 135, and a senior. At the safety spots, Max Cunningham on one side, Cooper Spires on the other. Cunningham, 5'7", 110, just a sophomore. Spires is 6', 180, and a senior.
Taking a look at the defense, it'll be a 4-man front for Eastern. Up front at defensive ends, number 78, Peyton Spitznagel. He is a junior. And number 23, Cole Martin, a freshman. At the tackles, number 72, Chase Batt, a sophomore, and number 11, Mason Hubert, a junior. 3 linebackers starting tonight. Number 15, Connor Cleek, a senior. Number 87 is Brody Temple, a senior. And number 8, Caleb Pacheco, a junior. At the quarterbacks, number 21, Lucas Langley, a senior. And number 88, Jackson Boone, a sophomore. The safeties tonight, number 30, Jeremy Fowler, a sophomore. And number 34, Trenton Friedmeier, a junior. 3 seniors, 4 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 1 freshman start on defense for the Musketeers, and they have 5 two-way starters tonight.
And here's the Paoli offense, starting with the big uglies up front. At left tackle, Landon Smith. He's 5'10", 180, and a senior. At left guard, Lucas Schenkel, 6 foot, 195, a senior. Don Garcia at the center spot. He's 5'11", 230, and a senior. Kenley Scholl, he'll be at the right guard spot. He's 5'10", 180, and a senior. And at right tackle, Wyatt Baker, 6 foot, 180, and a senior. The split ends, Colton Beckley on one side, Cade Walls on the other. Beckley, 6'2", 135, a senior. Walls, 6'1", 190 or 165, and a senior. Your halfbacks, Dane Padgett and Justin Thornton. Padgett, 6'3", 200, a senior. Thornton is 6'2", 195, and a junior. Your starting fullback tonight, that's Tyler Hannon, 5'10", 190, and a senior. And Cooper Spires will start at quarterback. He is 6 foot, 180, and a senior. 10 seniors, 1 junior start offensively for Paoli. 8 of the boys are going to start both offense and defense.
Lineups tonight have been brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. Take a quick look at some of the team stats comparison. The Rams come in averaging 36 points per ball game, giving up 14.5. Eastern averaging just under 7 and give up 40 per game. Total offense, the Rams 350 yards per game, 298 on the ground, 51 through the air. Their opponents, the Rams, allow them 221 yards per ball game. Eastern Pekin offensively averages 155 yards per game, 103 rushing, 52 through the air, and their opponents average over 300 yards per game. Third down conversions first. The Rams at 38%, Eastern Pekin at 12%. Paoli fourth down tries, 58% 6-for-8, and Eastern Pekin just 15%. Rams in the red zone scored 74% of the time, while Eastern Pekin, well, it didn't get any info on that. So, but we did hear Coach Williams say in the pregame, they've had some problems, particularly with turnovers in the red zone. So we'll have a look at the scouting report as well.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the biggest key to the ball game tonight is turnovers. If Eastern can stay turnover-free, then they give themselves a better shot tonight. Paoli, they would like nothing better than to turn them over, just like they did last week in a big win to wrap up regular season play. Got a couple of early turnovers, turned them into quick scores, and got out in front. And that's really what you want to do. We talk about how you're going to start the season 0-0 all over again, but in reality, Eastern knows they come in with just 1 win on the year, and Paoli knows that they're coming in with 6 straight wins. Otherwise, it's going to come down, like it does every week, to line play. You look at a situation where Eastern has the size advantage on Paoli. They will look to take advantage of that. Paoli has to stand up defensively, especially on the line, and prevent anything that Eastern wants to do. And in doing that, if you can get some penetration, get in the backfield, mess up that run game, so much the better. And for Paoli, it's just keep doing what you're doing. They have been playing well lately, been blowing everybody out, and this is a situation realistically tonight that may be the same as Paoli. If they can come out, get Eastern down early, then they have a real opportunity to get out with an easy win. Coin toss just held out at the midfield stripe. Eastern won the toss, deferred to the second half, so Paoli will get a chance to put their hands on the football first. Eastern, they're in the purple and the white tonight. White tops, purple pants, purple helmet. Paoli in the all-purple with the gold and white trim, ram horns on the side of that purple helmet. And Dave Dedrick will take us through tonight's ball game.
Our pregame show has been brought to you by Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time. It's going to be Padgett and Thornton back deep for the Rams to receive the opening kickoff of the night. Glad you could join us. Bit of a cloud cover starting to move in, a crisp evening, what football fans have been waiting for all season long, as Jeff Fowler will get things started, number 30, as he approaches the football. We're underway. Kick goes sailing down the right side. Padgett sees it get by him, picks it up on a hop at the 8, Cuts back to the middle of the field, up the numbers. He's got a crease across the 20 and brought down at the 25-yard line. So Paget able to give the Rams decent field position to start their opening drive of the night. In there on the tackle was Pacheco, number 8, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams at their own 25-yard line.
That was one thing in the scouting report about kickoffs for Eastern. They don't get them very deep, and Paoli was just a little bit deep trying to receive that one. It wound up taking one of those football bounces where you don't know exactly where it's going to go, but Paget able to corral it, got it back into decent starting field position.
1st down and 10 as the Rams go to the empty set, the spread formation out of the gun. Back to pass, fire over the middle. There's Paget. He's at 35 to the 40, breaks free. Down the sideline he goes to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 10, 15 at 5, and he is in for the score. Dane Paget able to come across the middle and use that speed once again, and he goes 75 yards on the opening play of the game through the air, and, of course, a lot of those yards after the catch.
Yeah, it just broke wide open right over the middle of the field. The linebackers for Eastern dropping as the pass was completed. They tried to break down and get in front of Paget, but Paget too quick, and as a result, he's going to go 75 yards for the score. And just 22 seconds in, Paoli is up 6-0, going for 7 here.
Go for the extra point, and there's Eastern. They are offsides all up and down that line, so the Rams get the penalty, so that means the offense will come out, and they will go for the 2-point conversion. As Eastern a little jumpy, as we've seen a lot of teams here, even though they know what is coming, they just can't hold it back.
Yeah, we haven't seen it as much this year, but the last few weeks we have seen it. Maybe the Paoli offensive linemen are getting a little bit better with that quick set. The quicker you go, the more it looks like you're about to run a play, and the more likely it is that the defense jumps.
Rams go to the flex bone for the 2-point conversion. Spires under center. Puts 2 receivers out wide to the right side of the field. Takes his time. Under center, Dom Garcia. 2-point conversion. Going to hand it off right up the middle. That's Hannon, and he'll have it standing up into the end zone. The 2-point conversion by Tyler Hannon is good, and the Rams are up by a score of 8-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Well, less than 30 seconds in, and Paoli's up 8-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. It was a one-play drive, and really every bit of yardage, even the special teams yardage, credited to Paget as he got it back to the 25 on the kickoff, and then goes 75 yards on the connection from Cooper Spires. He gets the score, and Paoli is up 8-0 with the 2-point conversion, and it's time to kick it away to Eastern.
Lee and Hoagland back deep. Alvaro Gavina approaching the ball. Line drive kick down the middle, fielded right at the 11-yard line by Hoagland. He takes it to the left side up to the 15, to the numbers at the 20, and that's where the Rams defense able to bring him down to the turf near the 25-yard line. As the Rams good coverage that time to make sure that he did not skip out of there. Cade Walls on the tackle for the Rams. Actually going to mark it at the 26, 1st and 10 for Eastern.
Good job by Walls that time. He's more or less the gunner in the middle of the field. He just goes right down the middle of the field, unblocked. Eastern didn't put any kind of pads on him or hands on him at all. And when the runner decided to go left, Walls went with him and was able to run him down.
Wishbone offense under center. Cordell Hurst, the junior quarterback. Micah Tucker is the center. 1 receiver to the left, 1 to the right. 3 in the backfield on 1st down and 10 at the 26. First sets the offensive line. Going to turn, hand it off to the halfback coming over to the right side. That is Cleek. Cleek met in the backfield, and he is going to be throwing for a loss. Once again, the Rams get good penetration on this very first offensive play, and Cleek has nowhere to go. As that Rams defense jumped all over. Justin Thornton was the man back in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and 12.
Wishbone formation, but only 5 offensive linemen. Usually at least you get a tight end in there, but with just the 5, Paoli with 6, maybe 7 in the box, they should be able to overpower any kind of blocking scheme that Eastern will put on them.
Temple and Cleeker, the halfback, fakes the toss. Here comes the inside handoff to Temple, back the other way to the left side. He bulls his way across the 25 out near the 27, 28-yard line on misdirection. Case in there on the tackle for the Rams defense. Fires up from the secondary as well. Going to pick up close to 4 on that carry on misdirection. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
Played almost as if nobody really knew where the ball was because when the ball carrier got close to a couple of defenders, it was like they were trying to play off of him like he was a block or something.
3rd down and long. Got him behind the chain. See if the Rams can get their defense off the field. Back to the wishbone formation. Hurst under center on 3rd down and 8. Going to turn, toss it to Cleek. Cleek comes over the right side, cuts back upfield, but he is met by Padgett as he gets out near the 28, 29-yard line. And Dane turns him back in and throws him down. Maybe 1 on the play, Hannon in there as well. And it's going to be 4th down for Eastern, and the punt team will come out. The punter is Jeff Fowler, number 30.
Good job that time by Spires in run support. He came up, got in between 2 blockers, and avoided a 3rd blocker, forcing the runner back inside. And when he went back inside, Paoli was there waiting for him.
Back deep, the Rams have 2. That'll be Walls, and back to kick it off. Nice kick by Fowler coming over. Walls steals it at the 40, and he bobbles it. It's loose on the turf. He's going to pick it up, tries to come to the left side, cuts back up to the middle of the field, and brought down at the 35-yard line. Rams avoid disaster, though, there of no turnover. In there on the tackle was Friedmeier for Eastern, along with big number 70, Chase Rickard, and the Rams will have it 1st down and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You could see it just as the ball got there. Walls brought his head down. He was looking to see where the defense was, and in the process just did not or was unable to make that catch. He got loose for just a bit, but he got back on it, and Paoli starts with decent field position again.
1st down and 10. Rams go to the spread one more time out of the gun. Back to passes. Spires passes out way over the head of his intended receiver, and that being Cade Walls at the 40-yard line, and it goes incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Just a high throw, nothing more than that. He's at the crown of the field, so to speak, and here not as near as pronounced as some fields, but it does crown in the center, and those throws from the center out to one of the sidelines are almost always going to be high.
Early on here in this first quarter, in the opening round of section of play, Rams lead at 8-0. Second time they've had possession of the football. Stay in that spread formation. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Slot on the right side. Out of the gun, Spires back, fires it down the right side. He's got a man open. That's Thornton at the 45 to the 40. Foot race down the sideline to the 20. 15, 10, 5, and touchdown Thornton. This one goes 65 yards. And Cooper Spires is going to have a big night of passing here in the first 3 minutes of the ball game.
He just kind of lobbed it up there, and the defense for Pekin, they came up as if the ball were going to only cover, say, 20 yards, but it actually went 25, easily sailed over the heads of the defensive backs, and Thornton was there, caught it in stride, and then it was just a matter of who was going to win the foot race down the sideline.
Ready for the second extra point of the night as Alvaro Gavina out there for the Rams. See if the Rams can get him to jump off sides, and they do again, but they let him go, and Gavina is going to swing it through, and it's going to be up and good, and that will make it a 15-0 lead in favor of the Rams. Still 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter play. Rams out early by 2 scores. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
Paoli, 3 plays offensively, 2 touchdowns so far, and no running plays to this point in time, at least. Cooper Spire starts the night 2 out of 3. Those 2 completions, good for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. One went to Paget. It was 75 yards. The next goes to Thornton for 65 yards. And Paoli, they are ready to kick it away again.
Back deep for Eastern will be Lee and Hoagland. Alvaro ready to get things back over to the eastern side of the field as he awaits the official, and he says go, and we're ready to go. Nice end-over-end kick. Hoagland right at the 9-yard line, up to the middle of the field, sprints to his left, met there at the 20, veers to his right, and then he is going to be brought down across the 20, close to the 23, 24-yard line. And Chase Case in there on the coverage for the Rams on their kickoff coverage, and joined there by his teammate, number 59, Landon Smith.
Yeah, Case, good job tackling that time. Hit him just above the hip. Then, as he was wrapping up, kind of got down to the legs, made sure that he wasn't going to go any further, then got help knocking him off his feet. So Paoli, they start off with Eastern back inside their 25-yard line defensively. That's a good spot for the defense to start.
1st and 10 out of the wishbone formation. One receiver to the right, one to the left. Hurst under center, sets the offensive line. Going to turn, going to hand it off to Temple. Temple tries to get to the outside on the left side, but the Rams' great pursuit down the line of scrimmage. He might get back to the line. Nope, they're going to mark him a yard loss there. It's just gang tackling over there for Paoli Ram defense. See Lucas Schinkel in there for the Rams coming up in support, along with Case on that right side and Paget as well. And it's going to be 2nd down and 11.
Defensive line for Paoli doing an excellent job so far, standing up blocks and allowing the flow to get there.
But the big lineman in the backfield, that being number 72, Chase Batt, they snap it directly to him, kind of a single wing formation, which we will see from time to time. And that jumbo set's going to get him 3 to make it 3rd down and 8. Ball just shy of the 25-yard line.
With a kid that big, you ought to be able to pick up 3 or 4 without even much effort at all, because it's going to take some effort to finally get him off of his feet.
Back to the wishbone formation on 3rd down and long. It was 3 and out the last time for the Musketeers, but before they can get a play off, Eastern is going to take a timeout. 7:48 to go, first quarter of play. Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James Scoreboard. Rams on top, 15-0 in the first quarter. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Cowcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mixed asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Cowcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Cowcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Eastern facing what for them is a big play, 3rd and 8 on their second possession, and already trailing by a margin of 15-0, and just still 7:48 left in the first quarter. Paoli defensively has been stout so far. Let's make sure that Eastern has to earn it at least. Look for it to be a passing type situation, and they will spread 2 out wide to this side and 1 to the far side.
Langley and Friedmeier come to the right side, break the bones, put one of the slots out to the left side of the halfback, almost an I formation. Hurst going to drop back to pass, looking, he's hit as he throws, and it goes into the back of one of his defenders. But it was the pressure for the Rams up the middle that time. As coming up through there for Paoli, looks like Schinkel, number 52, may have been the man that got in the backfield. And it goes incomplete, and it'll be 4th down for Eastern.
Sent one more than what Eastern could block. He broke free. They put a hand on him just to kind of slow him up, but not near enough to prevent him from getting to the quarterback just as he was ready to release. And that's a big reason why it's now 4th down.
Fowler back to punt. Spires back to receive it for the Rams. Some pressure on. He boots it out of there. Going to be hitting at about the 45-yard line. Bounces sideways towards the Eastern bench, and it's going to be down at the 41, 42-yard line. Quickly, Friedmeier down there in coverage, and the Rams will have great position to start this drive at their own 41-yard line, 1st down and 10, already leading 15-0, and the Rams have been efficient, 3 plays and 2 touchdowns.
And just about a repeat of last week. Only difference is that last week's plays to start were a little bit longer. Touchdown plays of 75 and 65 so far. And Paoli with their third possession already, and 7.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Rams stay in their spread formation. Spires out of the gun.
Flag over here right in front of us.
As we'll see. I don't know if someone lined up maybe in the neutral zone for the defense.
Offsides, yep. And that'll be the first official penalty against Eastern. 5-yard penalty there, so gives Paoli a free 5, and we'll move it up to the 46. Can't do that, especially with the guy on the line looking right at you.
I don't know if that was Hubert or Martin on this right side that just got a head above the football there, and it's going to be first down and 5, so an easy 5 for the Rams, who stay in their spread formation with 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, out of the gun. Back is Spires. Fires it over the middle. He's got Thornton again, and Thornton going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Be no gain on the play as quickly Hurst in there on the tackle. See a penalty flag right there again at the down marker across the way. So if the Rams are going to give it back or not.
Yeah, it's in a position illegal downfield maybe. That looks like the signal. One of the linemen took off too quick and negate the completion, take away. It was really no gain at all, but that'll be the first penalty of the night against Paoli. So we're right back where we started from. Instead of 1st and 5, back to 1st and 10. Paoli starts again from the 41.
7:25 to go, first quarter of play. Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Rams out to a quick start, 15-0 here in the opening round of sectional play. Rams stay in the spread formation, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Spires out of the gun, put a man in motion, going to hand it off to Padgett. Padgett looks to the edge, ducks inside, outside to midfield, to the 45, to the 40, and spun out of bounds at the Rams sideline. Can't see exactly where they're going to mark it, but there's a penalty flag at the 50. It's plenty enough for a first down, but everybody keeps coming back, so that's not a good sign for the Rams offense.
Yeah, and the official that threw the flag was the one that Padgett tossed it to, and he just started walking right back, and it's likely going to be a hold as Paoli tried to set the end of the line of scrimmage. That will likely cost them 10 yards and a first down. Yep, holding the preliminary signal. That'll be 2 penalties in a row against Paoli, total of 15 yards against them, and that will move them back. Well, actually, they're going to give him credit for 10 yards on the run. The flag was thrown up here about 10 yards downfield, so give him 10 on that carry.
It's going to be first down and 11 officially at the 40-yard line. Rams stay in the spread offense. Out of the gun is Spires, has the snap, drops back to pass, fires it. He's got a man, and that's too high over the head of Walls at the 45-yard line. Really Cade in double coverage there.
Yeah.
And got another receiver out, Thornton, to the right as well. He was more towards the sideline, and it sailed in complete.
Yeah, dangerous place to try and throw it with the defense or the linebacker dropping into coverage. He had him bracketed from underneath. The safety had rolled over to that side, and he was there in coverage as well.
Rams go to the flex bone on second down and 11. With a man in motion come down, going to toss. Here's Padgett. A lot of running room to the 45-50. First down to the 45. Rolls over a defender and brought down near the 41-yard line as he got to that second level. Frenton Friedmeier in there on the tackle. The Rams go to the ground gain and able to get a big play to get across midfield and a first down at the 41 of Eastern.
Eastern so concentrating on stopping that fullback dive on that play in particular. Spires, good job pulling the ball away from the fullback, getting it on the pitch outside, and Padgett just had the one man to beat before he was able to head upfield.
First and 10, Thornton comes in motion, handed off big running room. Here's Hannon. He breaks free at the 25 to the 20. It's a foot race. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown, and Hannon gets into the scoring column on the ground as Tyler, just that fullback belly dive right up the middle, goes 41 yards on the touchdown run for the Rams senior fullback. That'll be his 7th rushing touchdown of the season, first in sectional play. Comes with 6:16 to go here in the first quarter of play. The Rams lead it 21-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Gavina with the extra point. Rams set, snap down, hold, kick is up. Kick is going to be good. Add another one to the total, and it is 22-0 all Rams here early in this ball game. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3. Rams have to overcome a penalty on that particular drive. Kind of get sputtered early on in that series, but got things righted once again and go back to the bread and butter.
Yeah, back to the fullback dive, and that thing, it just broke wide open. Eastern had a pretty good-sized split in the line of scrimmage toward this side. That's where the play was called. You get that good seal block on the nose guard. You push the end out. You get the lead blocker in there on top of the linebacker, and when Hannon's getting to the linebacker level, he's got a big split, a lot of room to run, and he just got past the backers and the safeties and goes in for the score.
Albero ready to kick it off as Lee and Hoagland are back deep for the Musketeers. End-over-end kick right down the middle of the field. Hoagland lets it hit at the 5, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So there will be no return by Eastern on this kickoff for the Rams. And the Musketeers will have the ball for the third time, and so far it's been tough sledding with their offense, as Paoli's defense has had 2 3-and-outs so far here in this ball game.
Yeah, and credit to Paoli's defensive line because they've been standing up blocks, pushing them back, and, you know, you just watch the flow of the lines to let you know who's winning that battle. If the offensive line is winning that battle, like right now, the ball spotted at the 20. If the offensive linemen are at the 21 or 22, they're winning it. But the way Paoli's been playing is they've been pushing them back.
First goes to his spread offense, handed off to Fowler out of the backfield. He was the single setback. Fowler will get it up to the 24-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 on the play, as Paoli's defense coming up there to make that tackle from the secondary. Trey Robbins, still not used to seeing him wearing number 9, but with the jersey issue last week, that's what he has. It'll be second down and 6. Quickly, no huddle as Hurst out of the gun formation. 2 receivers to the right with the slot. Going to hand it off again to the single setback Fowler. He tries to go to the left side. Look right, nothing there. Nice little cutback, but the Rams stayed at home and were able to quickly bring him down in that play. Landon Smith, number 59, a gain of 3-4 on the play, and it's going to be third down and a short 3, long 2. The ball marked at the 28.
Couple of successful runs for Eastern as Fowler has been able to find some room first around right end, second play around left end. Now, let's see. He is the single setback again, I believe, and they have spread things out a little bit.
Out of the gun formation, Hurst, the quarterback. He's going to fire it out into the flat. Gets it to Lee. Lee at the 25 tries to go back inside, and that's a mistake. Rams' pursuit was there. Thornton leading the charge for Paoli and Landon Smith as well. Forward progress will get him to the 29-yard line. It's going to be fourth down and 1. We'll see if Coach Williams is a gambler or not. Going to bring in some players. Yep, they're going to go for it on fourth down and 1 at the 29-yard line. See if they'll try and draw the Rams maybe offside. They go to that jumbo package, snap it directly to the halfback, and twisting and turning on the right side is Cole Martin. And that second little twist gets it across the 30 to the first down marker. And that would keep the drive alive for Eastern as they convert on the fourth down.
Good job by Martin that time, just stretching out as far as he could and needed every bit of that just to get the nose across the 30, nearly to the 31. So they're successful on their fourth down try. That's the first down of the night for Eastern.
Rams set their defense, spread offense again for the Musketeers with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, single setback. First, the quarterback. Ball over on that right hash mark. Gets the snap, looks out to his left, fires it out. Temple catches it, but then he is quickly brought down. A great open field tackle as Colton Beckley one-on-one out there on the big wide receiver, and he throws him for a loss of 5 on the play. That time, Temple might have been better off just let that one go to the turf and bat it down and be incomplete.
Yeah, Paoli more than happy to let that pass be completed because you had it covered. And sure-handed tackle brings him down for a big loss on the play back to the 25. And that's where they'll start it now, second and 16.
Temple, by the way, the leading rusher as well as receiver in this offense. Second down and 15. Out of the gun formation again. Quick throw out, and it is going to be bobbled off the fingertips, and juggling it is Langley on the quick slant. But right there he was juggling because the Rams had great coverage with Cunningham and Walls back there. And it goes incomplete, and it's going to be third down and 15.
Coverage was there, and likely he just took his eye off of the ball because he's hearing footsteps coming from the middle of the field. bounces off of him, falls incomplete, and that brings up a 3rd and long for Paoli defensively. Gave up that 4th down conversion for a 1st down, but have been stout the first 2 plays on this series.
3rd down and 15 at the 25-yard line. Hurst out of the gun formation. Another quick screen out to the right side to Lee. Lee up to the 25, but then he's going to be tackled. Walls leading the charge. He closed quickly, did Cade. Then Cunningham comes up in support along with Thornton, and it's going to be a loss, about 1 on the play, maybe none officially.
Yeah.
Make it 4th down and 15, and it will be a punt time once again for Eastern.
That's one of those plays where the receiver kind of falls back from the line of scrimmage by a couple of yards. He makes the catch, but by the time he's back to the original line of scrimmage, the defense has had a chance to catch up to him, and they did there.
Temple, the long snapper. Fowler is the punter. He gets a good clean snap, boots it out of there, high end over end kick. Fair catch caught 4 by Spires right at the 40-yard line, and that's where the Rams will have it. 1st down and 10 at their own 40-yard line. 2:35 to go. First quarter of play on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Rams already lead at 22-0 and looking for more.
Situation there where normally Paoli just has the one guy back to receive the kick. Tonight, a couple of times, they've had 2 back there, and each of them has been in a situation where they are the only guy back. That time, both go after it. Paoli fortunate that it didn't get away, and now they've got it back.
Rams go to the flex bone, come down the right side, hand it off to Hannon, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. Good job of the defense reading the play that time for Eastern as they finally get their first stop as Chase Batt, the sophomore, comes up with a gain of for the Rams, no yardage for Hannon, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Game plan there, at least the defensive call was all-out run blitz. They just sent more than what Paoli could block, kind of pushed them back, stood them up, and were able to corral Hannon after no gain.
Both ends in tight on 2nd down and 10. Spires under center. Padgett in motion to the right side. Toss it to Dane. He can get to the edge. He's to the 45 to the 50. And he runs over one of the secondary men. Just kind of got the shoulder in the Fowler and lifted him off the ground.
That is an old-school decleating where you just usually you're blocking, not running the ball, but he was able that time to lift him up, throw him down, and still go forward. It was a gain of 13 on the play.
Fowler will think twice the next time, I'm sure. Might be checking his cavities right now, his fillings.
You'll put him in a position where he'll make a business decision next time.
1st down and 10. Rams go back to the spread. Out of the gun, Spires looking, fires it out. He's got a man open. Hannon at the 30 to the 25 to the 20 down the sideline. Breaks the tackle at the 10, spins out of another one at the 5. Can he get in? No, he's going to come up just short as finally Caden Jones spins him out of bounds. Tyler was fighting for every yard that time and will be marked down at the 2-yard line.
45-yard pass completion that time from Spires to the fullback out of the backfield. And Spires now, looking at him, he's got 185 yards passing on 3 completions.
So the Rams very efficient in the air game tonight. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 2. Rams go to their kind of jumbo formation as underneath center is going to be Padgett. Padgett going to get it, and Thornton. Thornton and Padgett was right to his left, and Justin Thornton just pulled his way in. Did they push him in? No signal yet.
The officials from the side have to run in and find him, and they're going to say that he's short, and maybe not.
Oakland in there on the tackle, going to unpile everybody, and they're going to mark him short. What about the length of a football?
Yeah, I was going to say, how close was he? And it's about the length of a football, so 8-9 inches, however long a football is. So see if they just want to try it again, or if they want to switch things up, they're going to try it again. Thornton will go under center.
Bunch everybody up right along that line of scrimmage. Thornton waiting, long snap count, going to hand it off to Padgett. He's going to go to the outside and go in untouched. So Dane will be credited with a 1-yard touchdown run, his 2nd of the ball game. The last one was through the air, and that will boost that Rams lead up to 28-0 at the 45-second mark here of quarter number 1. Padgett's first rushing touchdown of the night, and that will give him 16 on the season. And the Rams will go for the extra point.
Yep, just a little wrinkle on the tush push, so to speak, and that'll give you something to think about.
Gavina for the extra point, and there's movement again along the line of scrimmage, and the man upset with himself as Easton Gray, number 25, pounding the turf. Will the Rams go for two? Yes,
Yep.
they will. I thought they might just keep it out there and decline that penalty. But
at first it looked like they would, but I think the kids on the sideline saw it and said, well, it's automatic, Coach, let's go. and then Coach Dittmer says, okay, well, let's get it done.
Rams offense comes back out. They are 1 for 1 in two-point conversion so far here tonight. Rams set up, and their offense, so they go to the Bermuda formation, overload everybody on the right side, but Padgett the single setback, Spires under center. Going to keep it himself is Cooper, and he gets some help from Dane to push him across the end zone, up and good. And the Spires two-point conversion run is good, and the Rams lead is now 30-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Hi, this is John Bender. Since 1931, Bender Lumber has been providing superior service along with quality, innovative building products at fair, competitive prices. In communities throughout southern Indiana, our locations are the primary supplier to residential builders, professional remodelers, as well as do-it-yourselfers who rely on our knowledgeable sales staff to do whatever it takes to proudly serve them and to get the job done. So here's to the first 90 years of local people serving local needs at Bender Lumber.
Well, Paoli out 30-0. Still 45 seconds left here in the first quarter of play on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Paoli, that time, after the long pass completion from Spires to Hannon, got it down practically on the goal line, pushed it in a couple of plays later, got the two-point conversion, and that 30-0 lead looks awfully impressive with still some time left in the first quarter.
Alvaro ready to kick off again. Back deep will be Lee and Hoagland. They've had a busy night already in this first quarter. Alvaro's high-end over-end kick. Lee going to settle underneath of it at the 10. He drops it. It's loose on the turf. He picks it up, heads to the left side up to the 20. Gets out of one tackle, then met by pursuit across the 25, and finally brought down across the way in front of the Eastern bench at the 26-27-yard line. Paoli's defense over there, Robbins in there on the tackle, along with Cunningham for Paoli. And it'll be 1st and 10 with 37 seconds to go for Eastern here, as they've got one first down, and that's been their bright spot so far in the first quarter.
All right, for Paoli, keep doing what you're doing. Keep it up. You got to get it to the halftime with that big margin, and we'll see if the intensity stays up.
First down and 10. Last series went to the spread offense, and it looks as Coach Williams is going to stay that way for Eastern. Hurst will be out of the gun with the single setback. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right on first down and 10. Hurst barks out the signal, gets it, bobbled the snap, picked it up, looking, fires it to the left side, but way out in front of his intended receiver. That's Boston Lee, the freshman who has some speed, and it goes incomplete.
Lee looks like he's the type player, if you can keep him out, keep him from getting hurt, he's really going to be a weapon when he gets to be a junior and senior. Quick kid. And he can definitely break one if you're not careful with him.
Definitely got to get him in space if you're Eastern. Second down and 10 after the incompletion. Back to the spread formation, single setback, 3 receivers again to the left side. Short side of the field. Hurst going to come to the right side, swing it out of the backfield. That's Fowler. Fowler across the 30. He fumbles. The ball is loose on the field. Lee had it. It's still loose, and it looks like Spires is going to jump on it at the 46-yard line. Nobody could come up with the handle that time. It bounced around. It looked for sure that Lee was going to come up for Eastern. It would have been a first down, but instead he had the ball knocked away when a couple of the Rams dove into that pile, and Cooper Spires comes up with the first big turnover of the night.
We talked about the number of times that Eastern has turned it over this year, and there's another one right there. Paoli able to come back and get it after it looked like it was going to be Eastern that came up with it. So the first turnover of the night against either team, and it goes Paoli's way. 1st
and 10 at the Musketeer 47. Going to hand it off.
Now they fumbled.
The ball is loose on the exchange between the fullback Hannon and quarterback Spires, and the man that blew it up was right in the middle. That's Chase Batt again, and Rams nearly played Santa Claus and gave it right back. Instead, though, it goes down as a 4-yard loss.
And that'll be the end of the quarter.
Rams at the end of period number 1 in the opening game of Class 2A Sectional 40, a big lead over Eastern, 30-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Well, 1 quarter in the books, and things go on the way Paoli wants them to go, as of now at least, leading it 30-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Paoli will begin second quarter action with possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and 14.
Behind the chains at the 49, their own 49. Goes to the flexbone offense with 2 receivers out wide to the left side of the field. Spires under center. Waits for the snap, gets it, going to turn, keep it, fakes the toss. Now he does toss it back to Thornton. Thornton breaks a tackle at the 45, down across the 40, spun around, and finally brought down at the 38-yard line. Cole Martin in there on the tackle, but Spires kept it as long as he could and even looked back to make sure that Thornton was there trailing him on that toss play.
The thing that Eastern is doing right now, just man-to-man coverage on the outside with the receivers, and they are putting everybody else up in the box to try and stop that run. They're either going to stop it with the penetration, overwhelming the blocking up front, or they're just going to overwhelm it with numbers, pushing the line back if they can.
Rams have it 3rd and 1 at the Eastern 38-yard line, back to the flexbone. Spires under center. Going to come on the counter play. Here's Thornton, cuts up line. He's got a first down. He's finally going to be swung around and brought down at the 34-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 on the play as Jones comes in on that tackle. Also Cole Martin, but it is enough as the Rams, even though they had a negative play on the first play of the series, overcome that and get another set of downs to work with, 1st and 10.
Third first down of the night for Paoli. First time that they had faced a 3rd down conversion situation and easily able to convert there.
Ball at the Eastern 34-yard line. In motion is Thornton, rolling to the right. Is Spires under pressure. He's got Padgett out of the backfield to the 25 to the 20 down the right sideline. Runs over another defender, and he is finally pushed out of bounds. As once again, he and Fowler meet, this time in the red zone. And going out of bounds for the Rams, Dane Padgett on the reception at the 12-yard line, and that's where the Rams will have it 1st down and 10.
Another first down for Paoli. That's their first as a result of passing the football. Padgett that time, he was ready to lower the boom on somebody, but the boom didn't get lowered. It was more or less a draw as both of them just kind of stood there until one went out of bounds.
1st down and 10. The Rams out of the flexbone offense. Thornton in motion to the left side, handed off. Here's Hannon, big running room over the left side. He cuts inside, takes on a defender at the goal line, and he is in for the 2nd time tonight as Hannon able to rush it in from 12 yards out on the touchdown run, and that gives the Rams a 36-0 lead here with 10:28 to go in the second quarter of play on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. 2nd rushing touchdown of the night for the Rams senior fullback.
Yeah, he just had a huge hole over there, thanks in large part to the block that Thornton got to kick that end out.
Gavina on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Kick is good as well. All 3 phases work. And add another point onto the Rams total, and they lead it 37-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call Robin Brown today and tell her that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
Another Paoli possession, another Paoli touchdown. As this time, another Hannon run, this time 12 yards out. Paoli adds the extra point, leading it 37-0 now with still 10:28 left in the first half of play. Paoli ready to kick it away again. Eastern, they've got a couple of guys back deep. Paoli's kick coverage has been solid so far. Let's see if it matches the previous effort.
Fowler and Lee back deep for Eastern. 10:28 to go. Gavina's kickoff, high end over end kick. Boston's going to go over the shoulder and catch it at the 5. Nearly slipped and fell. He's to the 10. Looks to the outside. He's to the 15 to the 20. He's got some running room. And finally going to be stood up and brought down, but a nice escape near the 30-yard line and got it all the way out to the 39-yard line. And that's what you usually see whenever it looks like, oh, this is going to be like a busted play in the back, and all of a sudden a guy gets free down the sideline. And that time, Lee, we talked about his explosiveness, and he used it that time to his advantage as he sets up his team in good field position across the 35 at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, explosive and elusive. You called it. It looked like he was down at the 30. They had him surrounded. He wasn't getting much of a push, and then all of a sudden he springs free. And Paoli caught up to him about 9 or 10 yards later.
First down and 10, go back to the spread offense, abandoning the wishbone after a couple of series are the Musketeer offense. Hurst out of the gun, going to hand it off to the setback. That's Fowler. Looks inside, cuts back outside, breaks a tackle at the 40, still on his feet, and finally wrestled down at the 45-yard line. He'll pick up 6 on that play, as he did a nice job of cutting back in there. Tyler Ross in there on the tackle for the Rams. Spires in there as well, along with Beckley. And it's going to be second down and 4.
Strong running by Fowler. That's been the best part of the Eastern offense so far tonight. 14 yards for him on just 3 attempts.
Second down and manageable here. It's something the Eastern offense hasn't had a lot of chances with so far here in this first half. Stay in the spread with 3 receivers to the left side, the short side of the field. Hurst going to look to his right, pump fakes over the middle. Oh, and nearly picked off by Hannon. He undercut the route at midfield, and if he'd have held on to it, he had green pasture in front of him.
Had it diagnosed, broke on the ball. He was just waiting because the quarterback, Hurst, he gives that little head and shoulders type fake, trying to get the defense to bite on something. He didn't throw it then, and that gives Hannon a chance to say, okay, he's coming my way again with it, and he jumped the route and did everything but catch that football. That'll bring up a 3rd and 4 now for Eastern.
Spread offense with 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right, out of the gun, single set back is Hurst. Hurst puts a man in motion, that is Lee to his right, going to turn, hand it off in the backfield, and the runner gets across the 45 out near the 46, 47-yard line. Gang tackling that time by the Rams. Cleek on the carry. Number 15, he'll come up just short of a first down. As for the Rams, getting up off the bottom of the pile was number 52 for that defense, Lucas Schinkel. And here comes 4th and 1, once again, for Eastern. They go to the out of the wing formation, direct snap. It goes into the backfield, and it is going to be Martin. Martin going to carry it across midfield, and Martin will be successful. Get it across midfield to the 49-yard line. Needed 1, got 2. Schinkel in there on the tackle along with Ross, but it is enough for an Eastern first down.
And Martin's been running strong, too. Second time tonight that they have gone to that play on 4th down, and they've been able to convert on both of those occasions. That time, 4th and just a little under 1. He got 2, and that'll push Eastern into Paoli territory now at the 49.
Go back to that jumbo set, but the big lineman in the backfield, that is Bat. Bat going to keep it. He's coming to the left side. He's got a couple of blockers taking on a couple of the Rams' second defenders, and he gets across the 40 near a first down that time. Looked like they had him in the backfield, did the Rams, but Lincoln Campbell couldn't wrap him up. Got to that secondary. Spires and Walls do bring him down, but it will be enough for a first down for Eastern. Back-to-back plays and back-to-back first downs for the Musketeer offense.
Kind of reminds me of that kid we saw a couple of years ago up at Eastern Green. He was just huge, and they would get it to him, and it would take 3 or 4 to bring him down.
Back to that jumbo offense with that in the backfield, and all of a sudden we've got a penalty flag.
Yeah.
Eastern tried to hurry up.
Yeah, they hurried up so much that one of them lined up in the neutral zone, and that was a quick flag. I noticed I didn't think it would be offsides against Paoli because they were slow getting to the line of scrimmage after Eastern had hustled up. So that's 5-yard penalty against Eastern. That'll be their second of the night for a total of 10 yards against them. See if that changes their strategy just a little bit or not. Doesn't look like it.
8 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to the jumbo set. Bat, the lone setback. He catches it in the backfield. Here he comes running up the middle. There's flags all over the field. He gets to the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3 on the play.
Procedure, the preliminary signal. Had one flag back here, another flag up here. This guy doesn't usually call procedure. We'll see what comes of it.
Tom Garcia in there along with Wyatt Baker on the tackle. Official's going to talk things over. Rams' decision here.
Just waiting on him. Waiting on the signal. Are we going to move him back? He's asking the Paoli coaches now, and they say, yeah, move him back.
Legal procedure will be the official call. Looks as though the regular offense comes back out for Eastern after that penalty, marches the ball all the way back to the 48-yard line of Paoli.
Well, they had just started to show some, or get some momentum, some semblance of order on the offense, and now 2 penalties have pushed them back 10 yards. It's 1st and 20.
First back in, out of the gun, 3 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left, the short side of the field, single setback. First out of the gun formation, going to fire it quickly out in the flat there is Lee. Oh, and he is mad immediately. He may have bobbled it, but got it back. Go down on the incomplete. I believe that was Spires who came up and delivered the blow that time for the Rams.
Saw the play developing, got around the block that was intended to pick him up, and hit Lee just at full speed, knocked him off his feet, and that will result in an incomplete pass and make it 2nd and 20 now.
The officials had officially marked it as a completion now, get everything squared away. Ball positioned at the 48-yard line of the Rams, 2nd down at 20. Hurst brings them out of the huddle again, spread with 3 receivers to the right and a single receiver to the left. 1 man in the backfield, Hurst out of the gun. Gets the snap, drops back to pass, looking pressure on. He goes down to Temple, but it's going to be overthrown. He had one-on-one coverage down the left side for the Rams with Beckley, but Paoli forced him just a bit, almost threw off the back foot that time, and really couldn't step into that throw to Temple.
Now they're waving them back as if there were a penalty called, but no flags on the play. That'll just go as an incompletion, and will bring up a 3rd down situation for Eastern. This will be the 5th time that they've gone for it on 3rd down so far tonight. They are 0 for 4 so far.
Eastern keeping the offense out there for their longest series of this ball game. Trips receivers to the right side, single receiver to the left. Out of the gun with the single setback is Hurst. Hurst gets the snap. Here comes some pressure, fires it out, and it's going to be intercepted. That's Robbins at the 48, and he's going to return it just like he did last week for a touchdown. Trey Robbins going to go 46 yards on that interception, and the Rams nearly had one earlier, but this time Trey is the man on the spot, and he'll return it for a pick-6, and that makes it 43-0.
43-0 for Paoli. Robbins, he looked like he knew that was coming, and he broke on it and made sure to make the reception or the interception of it. And with 7:08 to go in the second quarter still, Paoli up 43-0 and running the kick team on to try and add a point to that.
Actually goes as a 53-yard return, so we'll make it official. Gavina ready for the extra point out of the hold of Thornton. The snap from Padgett. Kick is up. Kick is true and good. And the Rams extend that lead another point, 44-0, with 7:08 to go in the first half of play. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Well, another possession for Eastern, this time another score for Paoli. Got the defensive score there with the interception return that officially goes 53 yards. Hurst now passing, put him down for 4 out of 11 with the interception. And Paoli now on top, 44-0, still 7:08 to go in the first half of play. The officials, they had a little bit of a huddle down here to our right. Took them a minute to get back into position and get a football for Paoli to kick off with. Paoli lined up and ready to go. Eastern looks like they're just about in position, and we're ready to go back again.
Oakland, along with Fowler, back deep for the Gavina kickoff that went to the end zone the last time. As Alvaro approaches, this one's going to be short, going to be hitting at about the 20, takes a roll to the 15, bobbled by Hoagland. He's going to retreat to his right, see if he can get there. There's a block in the back, and the Rams do great coverage, and they'll pin him inside the 10. Walls able to track him down from behind. So Paoli with good coverage that time, and they end up pinning Eastern deep in their own territory. In fact, inside the 10, going to mark it at the 9-yard line for the Musketeers.
All right. Much better defensive starting position for Paoli. A whole lot of east and west on the return that time. Kick landed over here on this side of the field. The return was set up to the opposite side. As a result, he tried to get over there behind his blockers, never really was able to. And that sets up Eastern now deep in their own territory. Looks like just inside the 10.
Last two possessions, a fumble and an interception, and both have led to Rams scores. Go to the setback with just two in the backfield under center, and it looks like Hurst doesn't have anybody to toss to. Finally gets it to Cleek. Fortunately, the ball bounced right back up to him, and he was able to keep going forward from the line of scrimmage. What could have been another disastrous play for the Eastern Musketeer offense. And luckily for Cleek, he is able to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
It's like Hurst was expecting him to be in one spot. He wasn't. He hesitated with the pitch of the football, and as a result, threw the timing completely off. Cleek able to get back to the original line, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
Went to a type of a pro set, but just the two setbacks. Go back now to the traditional wishbone, as Hurst will go under center on 2nd down and 10. Hurst, as the Rams nearly jump, now get back. Hurst going to keep it right up the middle, comes over the right side, avoids any problem with handing the football off, and will get it out to the 11 for a gain of a couple on the play. Rams defense right there to make sure that he did not get any further. And it's going to be 3rd down and 8. Just a safe play that time for this team, as 76 in there on the tackle, Kentley Scholl for the Rams.
So you wanted about as safe a play as you could run. You also wanted something that's going to give you pick up some yardage and possibly surprise the defense. They tried that on the 2nd down and gained a couple. That was the first carry of the night for Hurst officially.
Back to the bone formation on 3rd down and long. Hurst going to turn, hand it off to the right side. Cleek, good running room. Cleek across the 15 to the 20, 21-yard line. He will have a 1st down as Cleek got to the 2nd level of that defense, and a big conversion that time as Garcia in there on the tackle. But it is enough to move the chains, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the offense of Eastern. 5:50 to go in the ball game's first half. Rams lead it 44-0.
First time tonight Eastern's been successful on a 3rd down try. They're now 1 out of 6.
1st down and 10, officially at the 21-yard line to the wishbone formation. Hurst going to turn, going to fake the toss and hand it off. Here's Cleek, misdirection. He's got running room. He's down the numbers to the 40, 45, 50, and Walls with a touchdown-saving tackle at the Rams' 45-yard line as Paoli got caught on the misdirection that time. Luckily, Walls stayed at home in the secondary. He was the last line of defense that time, and he saved a touchdown for the Rams, giving it up here in the first half.
A gain of 34 on the play and another 1st down for Eastern. That's their most successful play, and that the misdirection, and they got him out in the open.
First down and 10, mark it at the 45-yard line of Paoli. To the Wishbone offense, Hurst under center with one receiver to the right and one to the left. Hurst marks out the signals, set as Eastern takes a long time at the line of scrimmage, going to counterplay to Cleek. Cleek going to be met in the backfield and thrown for a loss. Rams read that perfectly. A Case from the linebacker spot was there, but also his big defensive lineman was able to help. I believe that was Scholl again on that tackle for the Rams. They'll make it Garcia 58. And it'll be a loss at 2 to make it 2nd and 12.
Yeah, Paoli that time didn't bite on the fullback dive, went right to that halfback at the back of the bone and brought him down with no problem at all.
Second down and long. Hurst back under center. Wishbone formation with one receiver to the right, one to the left. Second down and long, a little bit of a misdirection play, and quickly a handoff goes over to the right side, and running down the sideline with the football was Memphis Herbert, number 11. First time that we saw him. It looked as though everybody just kind of froze for a moment there at the line of scrimmage because the center snapped the ball, but nobody moved, and then all of a sudden there went Herbert down the right sideline, and it is going to be 1st and 10 inside the 20 at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, designed direction that time. The design is we're just going to stand here for that extra second, throw off the defense.
First down and 10, threatening for the first time the Musketeers here in this first half. Rams lead it, though, 44-0. Handed off to the left side, but no running room again. The Rams stuff them on first down. Fowler tried to get to the outside that time, but there was no running room at all. Actually, that was make it 87 Temple, and Temple throwing for a 2-yard loss. Testing out that side, Garcia was over there along with Thornton for the tackle. And as Coach Williams said in the pregame, this has been a problem when they get inside the red zone, finishing off a drive.
Yeah, they need to be able to hold on to the football if they can get a score here, at least get a little momentum going toward the halftime.
Second down and 13 at the 19-yard line, wishbone formation. Hurst going to fire it. He goes to the corner of the end zone, but a fade route, but nobody there as he had one-on-one coverage out there, at least he thought. But the Rams were able to quickly get back and kind of bracketed Friedmeier at about the 5-yard line, and it falls incomplete as Eastern took their shot for a touchdown.
Yeah, they were wanting to get him just on maybe a little slant into the end zone, but defensively, Paoli was there to block that. The only way the receiver would have gotten there is to actually go through the defensive back, so they shut it down, and the ball falls incomplete. Another third down try for Eastern.
Out of the wishbone formation on 3rd and 13, back to pass. Hurst again goes to the fade route, and the Rams are right there, and it's going to be intercepted at the 2-yard line as Paoli comes up with it. I believe that might be Lincoln Campbell, number 17, back there in the secondary. Gets his first interception of the night and of his career. So Campbell back there, able to do a nice job, and another turnover here, the second possession that's in an interception for Eastern.
Had it played like you wouldn't believe. He saw the ball in the air the entire way, was just kind of hanging around with that receiver, got between the receiver and the ball, and easily comes down with the interception. So Eastern, after their best drive so far tonight, they turn it over down at the 2-yard line.
Rams in the shadow of their end zone. Quick count, handed off up the middle. That is going to be Hannon, and he'll get some good running room out along the 5-6-yard line. And that's going to be a gain of close to 5 or 6 there on the play. Give the Rams offensive line credit there. Boy, they got off a quick start behind Smith, Schinkel, Garcia, Scholl, and Baker to give the Rams some running room to make it 2nd down and 5.
Just a quick count and go. You know, you get up to the line of scrimmage, you get yourself set, and you're going just that quick. And the defense not really ready for it. You can't say they weren't ready. They just weren't in their full get-after-it mode, and Paoli able to push it forward.
2nd down and 5. Thornton in motion, going to hand it off again. Here's Robbins at the fullback. He breaks it. He's out across the 20 to the 30. He's to the 35-40, to the 45-50, 45-40, 35-30. A foot race down the right sideline and brought down at the 20-yard line. In fact, Robbins may have got those first 5 yards, but Trey Robbins found a huge hole, and He used enough speed to give the Rams a huge chunk play all the way down to the 19-yard line, flipping the field on that fullback dive.
Gain of 73 yards on the play. He was running out of gas as he got up around the eastern 40-yard line, and they were able to run him down. And that will set Paoli up 1st and 10 at the eastern 19-yard line. And you want to talk about flipping field position in a hurry. Paoli did it there.
So Robbins with a huge run, and the Rams have it 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Toss it back to the right side, and Case tries to come around on the toss, but Chase is going to be driven out of bounds. Temple in there on that tackle along with Bat. And the Rams, one of the few negative plays that they have had is going almost to their secondary unit, at least in the backfield, as both Hannon and Padgett are now out.
And you expect it. And it's just come a little bit earlier where you get the second string running backs in there for Paoli. Robbins got the big run. Case wasn't able to get around the end that time, a loss of 3 on the play.
Spire still under center out of the flex bone. 2 receivers to the right side on 2nd down at 13. Case in motion to the right side, going to hand it off to Robbins, but Robbins no running room this time as Eastern's defense was right there. Led that charge up front. We see big 72 Chase Bat along with Spitznagel, number 78. Going to be no gain on the play at the 22-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 12 for the Rams, as it'll be well under a minute here left on the clock. See how hurry up the Rams want to be if they just want to run out the clock here and go into the locker room. Spires under center, out of the flex bone. He's going to drop back to pass, going to roll to his left, looking downfield. Nobody open. Finally throws it as he is hit. Boy, Cleat got a good shot at him and laid him out, and may have knocked the air out of him as Cooper is down on the field across the way at the 27-yard line. Still rolling over. Hopefully nothing serious for the Rams quarterback. Hate to end the half on a note like that with 46 seconds to go and the game well in hand. And Cooper, like he's taught, he holds it to the last second before he released that football and goes down as an incomplete pass. As Ram trainers, and also good to see our friends from Eastern, their training staff, quickly over there as well. Spire is being attended to by trainer Ian Bostock across the way. Head coach Neil Dittmer is out there as well. As the Rams lead at 44-0 here on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Rams started this drive all the way back on their 2-yard line after Lincoln Campbell came up with that interception. But good running by Trey Robbins, and
got him up.
See Cooper up.
See if he's favoring anything.
A little woozy, I think.
Well,
more than anything.
And what I'm thinking is, if he gets hit in the midsection, it's almost like getting tackled and landing on the ball where it just knocks your breath out and you're kind of gasping for air. Right now, holding that midsection just a little bit as he comes off.
Rams in a position where they will not need to use him anymore tonight, which is a good thing, so they'll have a chance to recover at halftime and in the second half of play. As the Rams will go to Justin Thornton. Dudley will go for a field goal here on 4th down and 12 at the 22.
All right, let's see. March it back. They should spot it back 7 yards from there. That'll go down at the 29-yard line. That'll make it a 39-yard field goal attempt for Paoli.
So far, Alvaro is
long snapper in.
For 4. Yeah, I had to get Dane back in there. Thornton will be your holder. Ball is on the right hash mark. See if Alvaro can get this one down. Rams set there, some movement. Ball down, kick is up, kick is on the way, and it hit the crossbar and will be no good. So we know his range, don't we?
38, not 39. It's 38, and he just about got it. He kind of hitting himself in the head for missing it by just that much. If it's maybe an inch or two further down the field, it hits on top of the bar and goes through.
Eastern will get the ball back at their 20-yard line on the missed field goal attempt.
I see that Spires is already going back in on the defensive side. So
I'm surprised about
that.
that.
Yeah, I would think you just hold him out.
Keeps the score at 44-0, just a few seconds before halftime. As coming back out, the Eastern offense, as they get a stop, they go to the wishbone formation. Hurst under center, sets his backfield, going to turn, hand it off to the fullback, and no running at all that time as Standing up is Cleek, I believe, on the carry. Let's wait and see if they pile everybody off. Actually, I believe it's going to be instead number 11 coming through there, Hubert. Yep. So Hubert, who had a big run in the previous series, going to get one on the play. As Hannon in there on the tackle, 2nd down and 9. This could be the last play of the first half unless something explosive happens or it's an incomplete pass. Back to the wishbone formation. Hurst under center comes down. Oh, and he loses the ball. It's fumbled right at the line of scrimmage. Rams say that they have it, and they will come out of there with it for Paoli. As I believe it's going to be Wyatt Baker on the fumble recovery. So Baker on the fumble recovery. 3rd turnover of this half for Eastern comes with just 6 seconds to go.
Yeah, talked about turnovers being an issue for Eastern, and they have been in this first half. 4 turnovers against Eastern, 2 lost fumbles, 2 interceptions thrown, and now Paoli wouldn't be surprised if they don't just take a knee and get into halftime.
Rams will have it at the Eastern 20-yard line. Finally get enough people in there as offensive lineman Kentley Scholl. We do see that Cooper Spires is back there to run the offense for the Rams. With 6.7 seconds to go before half, Rams on top, 44-0. It really looks like they're going to go back to their kind of a victory formation here as Hanton, the fullback, is about 8 yards behind, and Cooper Spires will take the knee, and that will take us to halftime. But a big first half here in the opening round of sectional 40 play at Cook Field as the Rams score 44 points in the first 2 quarters of play and head to the locker room here, leading it 44-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Hey, Dad, can I get a ride to Hoosier Hills Credit Union?
Bet.
What?
Don't be Delulu. You know I got that, Riz.
Ew!
We're not always hip on the new lingo, but at Hoosier Hills Credit Union, we do understand the need to teach teens about responsible spending. That's why we offer the Smart Spending Account. They'll get a free debit card, no monthly fee, and no minimum balance. Plus, there's incentives when your teen volunteers or has a job. Learn more about our Smart Spending Account at HoosierHills.com. Slay! Federally insured by NCUA.
Rams have jumped on the Musketeers early in this ball game and have not looked back. Even though Eastern won the toss and deferred, they kicked it off and Paoli got it at their own 25-yard line. Rams wasted no time. A 75-yard pass over the middle to Dane Padgett, and he was off to the races and into the end zone. And just like that, less than 30 seconds into the ball game, and the Rams are up by a score of 6-0. And they added on the extra point as they drew a penalty for Eastern, so they go for 2. Hannon runs it in, and that made it an 8-0 lead. Our halftime being brought to you by Whitfield Investments. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how West can keep you on track with your goals now and in the future. Paoli, after a very successful opening drive, put the defense out there, and they also do their thing. A quick 3-and-out for the Musketeers, and the Rams get the ball back, even though Paoli fumbled the punt. They got it at their own 36-yard line, and once again, Paoli goes to the air with a big chunk play, a 65-yard touchdown pass. This time, quarterback Cooper Spires hooks up with his halfback Justin Thornton, and that made it 14-0 just 3 minutes into the ball game. The Gavina extra point was good, and the Rams led it 15-0. Early on here, the Rams keep their defense rolling, and another quick 3-and-out for the Musketeers. Punt the ball away. Rams get it in good field position this time at their own 41-yard line, and it's Tyler Hannon breaking it up the middle. He rumbles in from 41 yards out, and just like that, the Rams had 3 quick scores. They lead at 21-0. Still 6:16 to go in the first quarter of play. The extra point by Gavina was good, and it was a 22-0 Rams lead. Eastern gets the ball back at their own 20-yard line. they were able to convert on a 4th and 1 at the 29 on a running play, but then the drive stalls out. They're forced to punt the ball away, and the Rams get it back at their 40-yard line. Paoli has a pass to Hannon that gets it all the way down inside the 5 to the 2-yard line, and the Rams cap it off with a 1-yard touchdown run by Dane Padgett with 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Paoli again draws Eastern offside on the extra point. The Rams trot the offense back out there, and Cooper Spires runs in the 2-point conversion to make it a 30-0 ball game. Eastern comes back, and again, they get another nice drive going. However, this time the turnover jumps up to bite them, and it's Cooper Spires recovering a fumble at the 47-yard line. And the Rams, on their next play, when they had it, they actually fumbled, but fortunately Spires recovers, and that set up a drive that the Rams moved it downfield, and Tyler Hannon scores his second touchdown of the night. This one, a 12-yard run, made it 36-0, but 10:28 to go in the first half. Gavina adds the extra point, and it is a 37-0 Rams lead. Eastern got a nice run back on the kickoff out to their own 39-yard line. They had a 4th and 1 at the 49. The run kept that drive alive. It was good. But then it is Trey Robbins stepping in front of a Hurst pass, and he returns it 53 yards to the house for the interception. And the Rams defense comes up with a score to make it 43-0. The extra point by Gavina was good, and that made it 44-0. Eastern, they did not have a good kickoff return. In fact, they're pinned back at their own 9-yard line, but they're able to get a nice drive going, get it across into the red zone. But then Lincoln Campbell comes up with an interception to snuff out the drive at the 2-yard line, and Paoli has it 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line. Trey Robbins able to flip the field. He got a 5-yard run to start the drive and then rumbled across midfield all the way down inside the 20. And the Rams, though, could not capitalize. They end up getting behind the chains. They go for a 39-yard field goal attempt by Alvaro. Unfortunately, though, it hit the crossbar, so he comes up just short to keep the only drive of the night that the Rams did not score on, and that remained 44-0. Eastern got the ball one final time at their 20. They fumbled it. Wyatt Baker able to pick up the fumble recovery at the 20, and the Rams run out the clock and go to the halftime break here in the opening round of Class 2A Sectional 40, leading 44-0. When we continue with the Whitfield Investments halftime report, we'll take a look at team and individual stats in the first 2 quarters of play. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Well, we are at the half, and the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues as we get ready to look at some of the team stats from what turned out to be a 44-0 advantage for Paoli through the first 2 quarters. Stats, they're very much one-sided as well. As you look down at Paoli's side of things, they total better than 400 yards of offense and very well balanced, both passing and running the football. Paoli, of that 400, 189 was as a result of running the football, 211 as a result of passing it. Breaking down the totals to the individuals as far as the rushing offense is concerned, Trey Robbins, he's actually going to lead the way overall with 73 yards on 2 carries. Then Tyler Hannon, big first half for him, 4 carries for 58 yards. Eastern did a decent enough job on Dane Padgett. He had 4 carries for 43 yards, so they were good in the run game against him. Then Justin Thornton credited with 3 carries for 18 yards. Chase Case had 1 carry for -3, and Cooper Spires had the kneel down at the end of the first half of play. As far as the passing game is concerned for Paoli, Spires 4 of 7 overall for 211 passing yards. Those receptions, 2 of them went to Dane Padgett for a total of 97 yards. Justin Thornton had 1 catch for 65 yards, and Tyler Hannon had a catch for 45 yards. 3 of those 4 receptions wound up going for scores. So again, Paoli, 211 passing yards, 189 rushing yards, a total of 400 yards of offense in that first half of play. We'll take a break. We'll flip this ledger over to the eastern side of things. When we come back, we'll be taking a look at that. You're listening to Rams Football on Mix 95.3.
No two of us are exactly alike. That's why you need a financial advisor with the freedom to focus on the details that make your life your own, your family, the dreams that inspire you. Whatever your goals, you need an advisor who can create a plan uniquely tailored to you, all backed by the sophisticated resources of Raymond James. To learn more, call financial advisors Jamie Sullivan or Jenny Baker at 812-849-2670. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange SIPC.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Up 2 quarters in the books, and right now Paoli way out in front, leading it 44-0 as we continue with the Whitfield Investments halftime report. Talked about Paoli with over 400, or right at 400 yards of offense in that first half of play. Eastern, about a quarter of that, 108 total yards of offense for Eastern in that first half, 107 of that rushing the football, and just 1 yard passing. Breaking it down to the individual totals, you look down, and Connor Cleek leads the way for Eastern as far as number of carries and yards gained. 7 carries in the first half for 43 yards. 34 of those yards, though, came on 1 play. Memphis Hubert, he carried it twice and gained 30 yards, so that's 73 of your 107 from those 2 guys. Then 14 yards gained by Chase Batt. That was on 2 carries. 14 yards from Jeffrey Fowler. That was on 3 carries. Then the only others to carry the football in the first half, Cole Martin carried it twice, gained 4 yards, and Cordell Hurst at the quarterback spot, he carried it once and gained 2 yards. Hurst at the quarterback spot, 4 out of 13 passing in the first half with 2 interceptions thrown. The completions good for just a single passing yard. They had 1 of those pass completions that went for -6 yards, so that took a little bit of the total off of the board. As far as the receptions go, Lee leads the way with 2 catches, but for only 1 yard. Jeffrey Fowler, he had 1 reception for 6 yards, and that -6 loss on a pass completion, that was good to Brody Temple. So again, 108 yards of offense for Eastern in the first half, 107 of that on the ground, 1 passing yard in the first 2 quarters, as compared to Paoli with 400 yards of offense in the first half, 211 of that as a result of passing it, 189 as a result of rushing the football. Well, Paoli, they're up 44-0 here at the half. When the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues, we'll be taking a look at some of the team stats from first half action. You're listening to Rams Football on Mix 95.3.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7, or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil. fueling your journey every mile of the way.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Are you ready to see the world with
both
clarity
teams
and
starting to make their way back out onto the field as we get ready for second half action. They'll put a few more minutes back up on the clock, let them get out, get stretched out, and get ready for another 2 quarters of football. Should be a 2 quick quarters, that is, with a running clock in the second half. Paoli holding a 44-0 lead here at the half. Went to the break saying we'd look at some of the team stats. We run those down now for you as we look at first downs to start. Paoli with all those big plays for touchdowns. You don't get credit for first downs when it goes for a touchdown. So they have just 5 first downs in that first half of play, 4 of them as a result of running the football, 1 as a result of a pass play. As far as Eastern is concerned, they had 7 first downs in the first half of play, all of them as a result of running the ball. Third down conversions, Paoli 1 out of 2 in the first half of play. Eastern was 1 out of 7. Turnovers, big part of that first half of play, as Eastern had 4 turnovers, 2 lost fumbles. They fumbled it 3 times, lost 2 of them, and the 2 interceptions. Paoli put it on the ground a couple of times, but they were fortunate and got back on top of it both of those times. Skipped over to the fourth down tries. Eastern went for it twice on fourth down and converted on both of those attempts. Paoli did not face a fourth down attempt in that first half of play. As far as the penalties are concerned, we got Paoli 2 penalties in the first half, total of 15 yards. Eastern 3 penalties for a total of 15 yards. As far as the scores by the quarters, Paoli was up 30-0 after the first quarter of play. They scored early and often, and then in the second quarter, Paoli goes out, puts up 2 more scores, 2 more extra points. 14-0 was the margin in the second quarter, and that gets us to our halftime score of 44-0 in favor of Paoli. Well, we'll take one more break, and when we come back, we will get you ready to go with second half action. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
If there's one thing we all share, it's that our lives are all unique. At Raymond James, we believe that's worth celebrating because financial planning isn't just about numbers and figures. It's about creating the life you envision. So whether you're building a future or preparing for retirement, a Raymond James financial advisor can guide you each step of the way. To learn more, call financial advisors Jamie Sullivan or Jenny Baker at 812-849-2670. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
As we wrap up the Whitfield Investments halftime report at Cook Field tonight in the opening round of sectional play, Whitfield Investments. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how West can keep you on track with your goals now and in the future. We'll kind of look ahead now. Looks as though the Rams are able going to be able to advance, leading comfortably here at the half 44-0, which means they would take on the winner of Brownstown Central and Tell City next week. Odds are, if things play out as planned, the number 2 team in the state in Brownstown, they were undefeated, would be at home. So the Rams, much like last year, will head back over to Blevins Memorial Stadium for a possible rematch in a semifinal round game with the Brownstown Central Braves. So that kind of is how things play out. Whether or not the Rams, if they keep winning, get another home game, well, it's kind of hard to tell depending on how things shake out in that top half of the bracket. So just can't look into the crystal ball that far ahead in the future. But right now, while the Rams are worried about getting through clean here, Bert, in 2 more quarters, and the good news is it'll be a running clock.
Yep, running clock, and like I say, you just want to get out healthy. And I think that starts with the opening kick, because I see a lot of different jerseys out there getting ready for kick coverage for Paoli. So save everybody. And, you know, you kind of, your heart skipped a beat there toward the end of the first half when you saw Spires get hit rolling out for a pass on, you know, the score's already 44-0, and he's rolling out for a pass and gets hit pretty hard. He was down for a while, but was able to come back out. So you just want to get the regulars out of there and get on to next week.
It's like Cleek and Pacheco back deep to receive the Gavina kick to start things off here in this third quarter of play. Winner advances to the semifinal round. Nice high end-over-end kick. Fleek backs up, gets it at the 5, takes it up the right hash, cuts back to the middle of the field, looks to the outside. There's a penalty flag, cuts back up the middle field and brought down near the 20-yard line. And there's another flag thrown in as well right at the end of everything.
Right.
See how it all shakes out. Landon Baker in there on the tackle, number 65 for the Rams. And officially it should be about the 21-yard line, but let's wait and see what all the yellow hankies on the field are about.
And Paoli going to that stall offense already, where, you know, talked about it a couple of weeks ago. With a running clock, if they throw a flag, that clock just keeps on rolling. You hope the officials get together for a nice long discussion and let that clock continue to roll. It looks like it was a personal foul of some sort against Eastern. That will move it back 15 yards. That will be, let's see, flipped it to the wrong side on that page, and that'll be the 4th penalty of the night against Eastern for a total of 30 yards.
Especially when it's all said and done and stepped off, Eastern Pekin will start this drive at their 13-yard line. Make it their 12-yard line officially is where they will have it. As they get things set, see what they want to do. We've seen a variety of things. Hurst will be back at the quarterback spot. It will be back to the wishbone. We saw the spread offense. We saw the jumbo offense and some direct snaps as well with the 2-back set. Back to the traditional bone. Hurst going to back play action, pass it over the middle, and it's going to be caught and dropped at the 25-yard line. As right there waiting for it with open arms was Easton Gray. And Gray was too wide open, I guess, that time.
Well, not so much that as you look at his right arm. Looks like he's got a cast on it, playing with a cast, and it's going to be a little tough to make a catch with that on it.
Goes incomplete, make it second down at 10. Stuckey, Spitznagel, Tucker, Batt, and Rickard are up front on that offensive line for Eastern. Temple, Hurst, Gray, and Cleek in the backfield. Langley and Friedmeier are your receivers. Little misdirection on the counter play, handed off, and coming up, I believe, will be Gray one more time. They unsettled him near the line. Actually, it's going to be Temple, number 87. Temple going to be tackled as Rams have almost, well, not quite their entire starting defense out there, but the majority of it. As across that line, we see Padgett, Garcia, and Baker, and the linebackers, Case, along with Robbins, Thornton, and Hannon. Actually see Colt Bonta in there at one backer, and Walls along with Cunningham, Beckley, and Spires in the secondary. As the official timeout going to be taken here by Eastern with 9:10 to go in the third. Rams lead at 44-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Eastern takes the timeout. 9:08 to go in the third quarter. They face a third and a long 9, almost 10.
Out of the wishbone formation. Hurst going to toss it back. Here's a double reverse. Pacheco, he can throw. He's looking, got a man wide open out into the right flat, and it is going to be caught at the 37-yard line and brought down at the 40. It's a little misdirection as Langley got free out there, and finally coming up Cunningham to make the tackle. But trickery this time out of the timeout for Eastern Pekin as they toss it on the reverse. And Pacheco, as we mentioned, can throw the football. He's 12 out of 22 with 3 interceptions and 3 touchdowns coming into this game for 267 yards and going to add a chunk there to it.
Yep, caught that young defense flowing to the football. Nobody staying home just in case, and the completion made.
Out to the 42-yard line, going to toss it, fake the reverse this time. Temple keeps it, comes up the left side. And he'll get short, maybe right back to the line of scrimmage at the best. Justin Thornton in there along with Padgett and also Burkhead in there at one of the outside linebacker spot. In fact, a loss on the play of 1 back to the 41-yard line, making it 2nd and 11.
Yeah, tough going tonight for Temple. 5 carries, but has gained just 2 yards. Paoli very much aware of where he is and when he gets the football.
2nd down and 11. Hurst brings him up out of the wishbone formation. 1 receiver to the right side. Going to fake the toss, counter play to Cleek, and he is met in the backfield and throwing for a loss. Padgett was back there for the Rams. He was one of those leading the charge along with Wyatt Baker and Dom Garcia. And it's a big loss now all the way back to the 36-yard line.
That was a play that worked in the first half to the tune of 34 yards. They went back to it that time. Paoli got good penetration, which is part of the plan for the offense. You want them to run past that so you can get in behind them, but Paoli very much aware of where that play was going, and they snuffed it out.
3rd down and officially 16 out of the wishbone formation. Hurst under center, and the Rams get back, and now we've got all kinds of movement, and let's hold everything. Rams jumped, but they got back, and then all of a sudden the offensive line got a little antsy on this left side, and a couple of them raised up early.
Yep, so just who created which penalty procedure is going to win out. That'll go against Eastern, and that'll be 5 penalties against them for 35 yards.
See what Coach Williams wants to call here, but the ball back at the 31-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 21. Got to get across midfield to the 48-yard line for a 1st down. 3rd down and a mile. Looks like they're going to break the bone this time and go to the spread offense. Both Pacheco has now come in at the quarterback spot. He has it. He's back to pass, looking, heaves it up down the right sideline. Rams, can Cunningham get it? And I don't think Max held on to it. Near the 1st down marker, but he had it gauged all the way that time.
Yeah, the thing, it just hung up there for so long that Max, he had camped under it, but he just waited and waited and waited until the ball finally came down, and by then it got betwixt the hands and to the ground.
Don't even see some punts get that high.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it was almost high enough to get out of the lights.
It's going to be 4th down and 21 here for Eastern on their first offensive series of this quarter, and Fowler will come in to punt. So after a play that got him a 1st down, stalls out again, Rams set up. They don't have anybody back to receive this punt. Fowler going to keep it. He comes to the right side. He's going to try and get to the edge. Padgett is there, and Dane slows him up, and he'll be throwing for a loss all the way back inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Rams were thinking that might be a fake, and it was, and Paoli will get it over on downs.
Yeah, they were wise to it. Played the straight-up defense, and, if I'm Eastern, I'm seeing that, and I'm saying just kick it. Kick it. Don't try running the play because you had so long to go to be able to get that first down. They tried it anyway. That gives Paoli the ball back, and they'll get it at about, their 28-yard line.
28-yard line, first down and 10 for the Rams. We see Justin Thornton in there to run the Rams offense. We'll see who will join him in the backfield and get this lineup set up. Looks as though Landon Smith, Lucas Schinkel, Dom Garcia, Kentley Scholl, and Wyatt Baker will remain on that offensive line, first down and 10. Robbins, the fullback, he had a big second quarter there late in the first half of play. Thornton puts a man in motion. That's Bonte. Fumbles the snap. Justin still trying to pick it up and run at the same time and will actually gain a couple of yards down to the 25-yard line as Spitznagel in there on the tackle for the defense of Eastern. Spitznagel, Matt, Gray, and Martin across the line. Hubert in there as well. We'll see Cleek, Temple, and Pacheco at the linebackers. Langley and Boone at the corners. Safeties are Friedmeier and Fowler. So positive play out of what like was going to be nothing.
Yeah, and that's actually the third time that Paoli's put it on the ground tonight. They've been able to get back on top of them every time, so no turnovers yet for Paoli.
Out of the flexbone offense, Thornton under center sets the offense, puts a man in motion to the right side, comes down the right side, handed off to the fullback. Robbins just trying to push his way forward towards the first down marker. He gets the pile moving down to the 19-yard line. That'll be a yard shy. It'll be second, make it third down and 1. Unfold everybody in their bat in there on that tackle, along with Gray, number 25, and the Rams get it at the 20. They need to get it to the 18 for a first down. We're down to 3:45 to go in the third.
Yeah, and that's just what Paoli wants. Just keep running plays and running plays. Let that clock continue to run out.
Thornton breaks him out of the huddle, splits two receivers to the left, goes to the flex bone formation on third down and 2. Justin surveys the offense, puts a man in motion, Bonta to the left side, going to toss it to Colt. Kick out block, but he can't get by it at that time. Great job of fighting off that block was the defensive end over there that time for Easton. That was Cleek, as Chase Case just could not get him turned to the outside. And that's going to be a loss on the play all the way back to the 26-yard line, making it fourth down and 8 for the Rams.
He just never did get a chance to really turn his shoulders and get up the field. Eastern got that end block that was supposed to seal the end so your back can get around. They got back into him and pushed him back into the backfield.
Rams taking their time, and down to 7 on the play clock. Paoli may take a timeout here and stop the clock with under 2:40 to go here in the third, leading at 44-0 in the third period of play on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7, or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
Craving bold flavors and a fiesta for your taste buds? Come to El Compadre Mexican Restaurant, now open at their brand new location in Paoli at 300 East Main Street. For sizzling fajitas to cheesy enchiladas and the best Mexican food around, it's a flavor-packed party you won't want to miss. Visit us in Paoli or check out our other locations in West Baden, Orleans, Mitchell, Bedford, and now Palmyra. El Compadre, where the flavor is as bold as the fun. Open Monday through Thursdays and Sundays from 11 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 11 to 10 p.m.
Out of the timeout, Rams go for a 44-yard field goal. Gavina line drive kick, and it's going to be fielded in the end zone by Cleek. But let's hold everything. The official stopped it.
Now, is that a situation like with a kickoff? If the ball goes in the end zone, it's dead?
Could have been.
Yep.
And that's what it will be. So it will be the field goal comes up short, no good. Okay. So Alvaro 0 for 2 tonight, but we've tested out his limit, which is a good thing.
Yeah, and, it's just good to get that practice because the few times that he had been out there to kick, a field goal this year. He'd been rushed and rushed his movement, and as a result, the kick was nowhere near. That one you knew was going to come up short just when it left his foot, but the last one, I mean, he just very nearly made that.
Eastern will get the ball back at their own 20-yard line with 2:05 to go in the third quarter of play. Go to the spread offense, and the pass is going to be deflected in the backfield. As that time, the direct snap went to Cole Martin, and he tried to hit a receiver out in the right side. That was Gray in the flat. The Rams got a hand up. I don't know if it's Thornton coming in there on that left side. Either way, it's knocked down, and official will be an incompleted pass.
Yeah, got a hand up just at the right time to knock it down. Yeah, Thornton was the one on that end of the line of scrimmage. He's going to come out of the ball game now. So the incompletion, and that will make it 2nd and 10.
Ball at the 20-yard line, breaking out of the huddle. As we see Hurst come back in, go back to the traditional wishbone offense. One receiver to the right, one to the left. Under center, hand it off. Coming through, that's going to be Temple. Temple out across the 25, keeps that pile moving out near the 26, 27-yard line. Chase Case in there on the tackle for the Rams along with Landon Smith, number 59. You gain a 7 on the play, make it 3rd down and 3 with a minute to go in the third.
Best run of the night for Temple. Just kind of pushed the pile forward, gained 7 on the play, makes 3rd down a lot more manageable this time around.
Wishbone offense with a fullback and the 2 halfbacks in the backfield behind the quarterback. Hurst under center on 3rd down. Hurst going to turn, hand it off to the right side, and running room over there quickly is Cole Martin, the freshman, and Martin able to get a 1st down out to the 35-yard line as he got into that second level of the defense. Case in there on the tackle along with Bonta, but it is enough to move the chains with 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Ball marked at the 37-yard line. Rams a little confused on defense. Handed off again to Martin on the right side. Martin still trying to weave his way through some defense on that right side. Gets it out to the 40-yard line before he is finally brought down. As the Rams pick up their players in there. Big number 76, Kentley Scholl, should be the final play of this third quarter. And we'll go to the fourth quarter of play in the opening round of Sectional 40, Class 2A. Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James Scoreboard. Rams on top, 44-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
Craving bold flavors and a fiesta for your taste buds? Come to El Compadre Mexican Restaurant, now open at their brand new location in Paoli at 300 East Main Street. For sizzling fajitas to cheesy enchiladas and the best Mexican food around, it's a flavor-packed party you won't want to miss. Visit us in Paoli or check out our other locations in West Baden, Orleans, Mitchell, Bedford, and now Palmyra. El Compadre, where the flavor is as bold as the fun. Open Monday through Thursdays and Sundays from 11 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 11 to 10 p.m.
Just about ready for fourth quarter action. Two teams in the third quarter. They break even. Nobody able to get any points on the board. That keeps us at a 44-0 score in favor of Paoli. Running clock again for this fourth quarter.
2nd and 6 at the 41 for the Musketeers. A little bit of delay. Here's Hurst, and Hurst tries the right side. He might get 1 or 2. Rams got fooled on that play in the first half, but not in this half. As in there on the bottom of that pile for the Rams was number 59 or 55, Owen Llewellyn, and also big number 65, Landon Baker. Gain of a couple, and it's going to be 3rd down and 3, the ball at the 44.
Been a whole bunch of 3rd down attempts for Eastern tonight. This will be their 11th. They're 3 out of 10 so far. Shuttling in some new players and ready to go for it.
With the big man back in that backfield, they go to their jumbo package with Chase back. Still getting players in and out.
We need somebody at the end of the line of scrimmage.
That ran it a couple of times, gets the direct snap, comes over the right side. He's going to get a 1st down out to midfield, and he'll pick up 6 on that play. And Rams unpile everybody and in there on the tackle for the Rams included Gunnar Smith, number 8, and also Owen Llewellyn again in there, number 55. As you see some new numbers in there for the Rams defense. Phoenix Tinkle, number 48, one of those, as it's going to be 1st and 10, back to the jumbo package with Chase Batt, the single man in the backfield, line everybody up. He's going to try it over the left side, and this time the Rams trip him up as he gets into Paoli territory. Don't know exactly who got him in there. Gunnar Smith was one of those on the bottom of that pile, along with Trey Robbins, a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd down and 8 at the Rams' 48-yard line.
Yeah, just trying to get the big guy headed downhill. They were able to for a yard or so, but that was about it. Paoli wisely get down around his legs. He's not a running back, so he's not going to know to pick him up and put him down, and they were able to knock him off his feet after a short gain. And play clock was already down under 10, so Eastern's going to take another timeout.
9:53 to go in the ball game. The Rams lead it by a score of 44-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
When you suffer the loss of a loved one, you can count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli. They have a 55-year history of serving the needs of families in Orange and surrounding counties. They provide only the best professional services in the most compassionate manner to care for you during this difficult time. You can always count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home, as generations of families have done for many years. Call 812-723-2276 today. We're here when you need us the most. Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli.
Out of the gun offense, the ball rolls back to the man that was going to get it, and running down is Langley. He's got running room, breaks a tackle at the 25, and tripped up near the 20-yard line. Once again, we've seen a broken play turn out to be a big play, as Langley was in the gun, and he was just hoping to get back and find a receiver, but he just tucked it and ran and found some running room down that right sideline. Officially went out at the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, once again in the hurry up, out of the spread offense, as we see Langley back at the quarterback spot. He gets it out of the gun, looks to the right side, fires it over the middle to Temple, but it's off his fingertips at the goal line. It goes incomplete, and that will make it 2nd down, as Gunnar Smith back there in coverage for the Rams in the secondary, along with Bryson Burkhead, a freshman. And there'll be another shot here for Eastern, who trying to hurry up and at least get a score in here in this ball game.
Yeah, trying to get a score, just trying to get some plays in. They are getting some yardage against Paoli's second unit.
Langley, a senior, back at the quarterback spot, so Coach Williams moving some of those seniors around to play some downs out of position. He gets a low snap looking, fires it over the middle again, but it's going to be it is picked off by Gunnar Smith, and he will be tackled in the end zone, but they may say that he got it down at the 2, and it'll be Rams football.
That'll be 5 turnovers on the night against Eastern. They wanted so badly to get some points and thought they had a play that would work with Temple down the middle. They tried it twice. The second time, Paoli able to pick it off just down there, and at the 1-2 yard line, that's where they'll take it over again.
Second time that the Rams have intercepted Eastern deep in their own territory, as Gunnar Smith comes up with that one. Rams now will put the offense out there, 1st and 10 with 8:10 to go in the ball game. Justin Thornton counts off his teammates, make sure he's got the adequate number out there with him.
All right.
And we'll see what the Rams want to do here deep in their own territory.
Just do a push kind of play and get away from the shadow of your goal line. That's what Paoli did the last time at least.
Well, each team was 10 on 10, and now they each get one final player out there to make it 11 on 11. And fortunately, the officials do not start the play clock until now. So nobody was going to get caught there shorthanded. Rams go to the flex bone offense. See if Thornton just keeps it up the middle. Gets a snap, sets the offense, waiting for the snap, puts a man in motion. He comes down the right side of the line. He does keep it. He's out to the 5. He breaks free. He's to the 15, 20, 30, 40, down the right sideline to the 50, to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Justin.
No.
He's going to go out of bounds. He's going to go out of bounds so that one of his teammates can get a touchdown.
Yep. That, let me add that up. 48 and 49, 97-yard run. That could have been one of the longest in school history, but it won't be.
98 yards down to the 1 yard line. Oh, my goodness. 97-yard run, but it doesn't get a touchdown. What's that tell you?
And if nothing else, it gives Paoli a first down. That's their first down of the second half.
He runs out of bounds, but it keeps the clock rolling. Going to wear out the chain gang because they got to make the long trip down there. At least the down marker guy does.
Yeah, they only made it down to the 20. The chain gang, the down marker, went all the way down.
Rams break out of the huddle here.
Take your time.
Down to 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Thornton, he will be in the flex zone. Robbins is your fullback on 1st and goal at the 1. Justin sets the offense, puts a man in motion to the left side, comes down, hands it off to Robbins, and he is in for the score. As Trey Robbins will run it in for the score. And for Trey, that'll be a 1-yard touchdown run. Coming with 6:07 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. And that makes it now a 50-0 lead for the Rams. Paoli will go for the extra point. See on the season, that'll be Trey's first rushing touchdown of the year. As Gavina out there for the extra point for the Rams. Padgett, your long snapper. Thornton is the holder. And Gavina, the extra point kicker. Good snap. Kick is up, and the kick is going to be no good. One of the few misses that he has had this year. And that keeps it a 50-0 lead in favor of the Rams. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Well, Paoli, they've hung half 100 up. 50-0 is what they're leading Eastern by right now. Robbins with his second touchdown of the night, first rushing touchdown of the night. He also had that interception return a little while back. That was about midway of the second quarter. So he gets a second score, and Paoli up 50-0. They're ready to kick it out or kick it off one more time.
Trey has the distinction of more defensive touchdowns than offensive touchdowns here in his junior year as of right now. Well, we see Big Chase Bat back there along with Lee, high end over end kick, and Bat is going to field it at the 15, takes it to the left side of the field, gets up to the 20, breaks through a tackle, he's out to the 30 and going to be brought down near the 35-yard line as the Rams kickoff coverage right there, able to get the job done. I believe Lincoln Campbell, number 17, in there on that tackle. And we'll go under 4 minutes to go in the ball game here as the Rams try and pitch a shutout for the second time against these Musketeers in postseason play. They did it last year, 42-0. And I saw the seniors down there with this group along the sideline telling these young guys, hey, we want a shutout right here.
Yep.
36
finished
yard
it all strong.
First down and 10. See what type of offense we see here. Looks as though Bat will be back there in that jumbo formation, ready to take the direct snap.
I was going to say, he may be worn out from running the kickoff back.
That day, he ran several plays in the previous series.
Where do they list him at? Well, they
we don't.
Size. I would guess like 6'2", 250, something like that.
Got big running room over the right side and brought down at the 41-yard line. He's bigger than anybody that the Rams have out there. Let's put it that way. And that time, stepping up to take him on was number 61, Dakota Hopper, a freshman. Gain of 5 to make it second down and 5.
Yep, and just simple, snap it back to Bat and let him go either left or right. That time he went right and got a good push and brought down after a gain of 5, almost 6.
Go to the jumble set with Bat, the single setback. He's going to get it, tries to find some room on the right side, and he does. The Rams gang tackle him, try to rip the ball away. He'll be short of a first down, as in there Burkhead on the tackle, along with Gunnar Smith for the Rams. and it's going to be 3rd down and 1 at the 45 with 2:20 to go in the ball game.
Another 3rd down for Eastern. This will be number 12. They're 4 of 11 so far. Looks like maybe a different number back there in the jumbo. Chase Rickard.
Rickard, number 70. He is a senior, so give the senior a chance to run the football here. He gets a snap over the left side. He stood straight up. He's got a 1st down. Everybody trying to drag and finally bring him down at the 49-yard line. Rickard gets the job done, so he can say, yeah, I ran the football while I was in high school and got us a 1st down, guys. As the Rams finally unpile there, and at the bottom of the pile was Phoenix Tinkle, number 48 for Paoli, and also Roy Jones, number 72. Rams make some last-second substitutions on the defense, 1st and 10 at midfield. Once again, go to the jumbo formation and run it again on that side. Rickard, I believe, was the man in there. Gets it into Rams territory down to the 48-yard line. Actually, there goes 78 Spitznagel, who's a junior, get his chance to get his name in the rushing category here tonight with 1:15 to go in the ball game. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 at the 48-yard line of Paoli.
Now they're just alternating the big kids into the backfield, giving them a chance. This time it'll probably be Matthew Dansby, 64 at the back.
He's a freshman. 2nd down. See if he can handle it. He does. Goes over that left side, and Hall is in there on the tackle for the Rams. And also Roy Jones, number 72, going to pick up 3 on the play. Make it 3rd down and 5 at the 45-yard line with under a minute to go. Could have maybe one more play here in this ball game.
We got one more big guy that needs to run the football. Who is it at the back this time?
Dansby. Well, no, we're going to change. You're right. Dansby's going to go to the line of scrimmage. And we'll get a number here once we get a chance. It's going to be big number 66, and he is going to be met on that right side. A nice job coming up there for the Rams. That'll be 48 Phoenix Tinkle, and 66 is
Cash
Stuckey, a junior. He'll get a couple of yards on the play, and it's going to be 4th down and 6 with 11 seconds to go, and timeout going to be taken, I believe so, by Eastern with 8.4 seconds to go in the game.
Heavy sigh by the announcing guy.
4th down and 6. Ball marked right at the 46-yard line.
It looked like at first they were going to go ahead and let it run out because they were walking over to the sideline, but instead they're going to try and put some points up, and that's what you're supposed to do, keep playing until the end. So they took the time out. Paoli defensively, they will huddle with their coaches, and now we'll get going with just 8 seconds left in the game.
See if they'll get away from that jumbo package here on 4th down and 6.
I thought they had brought Langley back in at last formation, and we'll see if maybe he's the one at the back getting the snap, and he has shown the penchant for throwing the ball.
Well, they got 2 guys running in, one running off, and another in. It goes to the gun formation with the single setback receiver to the left side. Langley going to heave it up down that left sideline. Rams are back there again, and that's time Colton Beckley almost picked it off at the 11-yard line, and that'll be your ball game. As the Rams win and advance in the opening game of Class 2A Sectional 40 as they pitch a shutout here tonight as they defeat the Eastern Musketeers. Your final on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. It is Paoli 50 and Eastern 0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Hi, this is John Bender. Since 1931, Bender Lumber has been providing superior service along with quality, innovative building products at fair, competitive prices. In communities throughout southern Indiana, our locations are the primary supplier to residential builders, professional remodelers, as well as do-it-yourselfers who rely on our knowledgeable sales staff to do whatever it takes to proudly serve them and to get the job done. So here's to the first 90 years of local people serving local needs at Bender Lumber.
The name of the game in tournament play, win and advance, and that's what the Rams do here tonight in the opening round of Class 2A Sectional 40. Paoli throws a shutout, and they win it 44-0 over Eastern to move on to the semifinal round next Friday night, and odds are the Rams will be headed over to Blevins Memorial Stadium to take on the number 2 team in Class 2A, that being the Brownstown Central Braves. That's in the future. The Rams right now are celebrating And, of course, with a Rams win, the team comes over, serenades the crowd with the school song, and that's a sure sign of a Paoli Rams victory, and it is here tonight as the Rams improve to 8-2 on the year and extend their winning streak to 8 games. The game got off to a fast start for the Rams. They score on their very first possession of the ball game. This one is a 75-yard touchdown pass to Dane Padgett. Quickly made it 6-0, and still 11:38 to go, so we weren't even in this ball game 30 seconds before the Rams find the end zone. A penalty, and the Rams put out the offense against Eastern. They go for 2. Hannon runs it in, and just like that, the Rams are up quickly 8-0. A 3-and-out for Eastern. Rams get the ball back, even though they fumble the punt. This time, the Rams go to their spread again. 65-yard touchdown pass. Justin Thornton made it 14-0 from Cooper Spires from 65 yards out with 9 minutes to go. The Gavina extra point was good, and it was 15-0. Another stop by the Rams defense. Paoli gets it at the 41-yard line, their own 41, and Tyler Hannon finds the end zone for the first time tonight. A 41-yard touchdown run, 21-0 with 6:16 to go in quarter number 1. Gavina nails the extra point, and it's 22-0. Eastern, even though they converted on a 4th down in their next drive, they're still forced to punt. Paoli in good field position at their 40, and this time it is a pass to Hannon that gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. Dane Padgett finishes it off with the touchdown run from 1 yard out, made it 28-0 with 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. The extra point, another penalty on Eastern. Rams go for 2, and Cooper Spires runs it in to make it a 30-0 ball game. Next possession, Eastern, they have a turnover. The Rams get a fumble recovery at the 47-yard line of Eastern by Cooper Spires. The Rams on their next play, they fumble it, but fortunately they recover it. And then it is Hannon capping off that drive, a 12-yard touchdown run, 36-0 with 10:28 to go in the first half. Gavina's extra point was good, made it 37-0. Eastern gets the ball back. Again, they are able to move the ball downfield. They convert on a 4th and 1 at midfield. But then it is Trey Robbins stepping in front of a Hurst pass, and he takes it to the house. 53 yards out, made it 43-0. The Gavina extra point was good, and it was 44-0. Eastern once again mounts a drive. This one starts at their own 9, and Lincoln Campbell finally brings it to a stop with an interception at the 2, and the Rams have a long field. They move it out. A big run by Trey Robbins flips the field. Rams get in a 4th down, so they go for a field goal attempt from 39 yards out by Alvaro, and it hit the crossbar, so it is no good. Eastern has the chance one more time, but they fumble. Wyatt Baker recovers, and that's the end of the first half, 44-0. In the second half of play, Eastern gets it, but they punt it after a fake punt on downs. The Rams get it in great field position at the Eastern 28-yard line. Again, another field goal attempt. 44 yards again comes up short, and Eastern has the ball at their own 20. This time it is Gunnar Smith stopping the drive with an interception at the 2-yard line, and Paoli takes it downfield as Justin Thornton runs it 97 yards and then steps out of bounds and gives Trey Robbins a chance to run it in from 1 yard out. The extra point was no good, and that made it a 50-0 win for Paoli here tonight as they defeat Eastern. As we continue here with our post-game report brought to you by Buddy's Food and Fuel on North Gospel Street, we'll take a look at the Ram winning numbers. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Well, Paoli victorious tonight as they defeat the Eastern Pekin Musketeers. Your final 50-0. The Buddies Food and Fuel post-game show continues as we take a look at some of the totals as far as offense for Paoli and Eastern is concerned. Had Paoli with 502 yards of total offense, 291 on the ground, 211 as a result of passing the football. Justin Thornton leads the way, 5 carries, 118 yards. Trey Robbins not too far behind, 4 carries for 40 yards. Tyler Hannon, 4 carries for 58 yards. Dane Padgett, limited action tonight, running the ball at least, 4 carries for 43. Chase Case, 1 carry for -3. Colton Bonta, 1 carry for -5. And Cooper Spires, 1 carry for no yards gained. As far as the passing is concerned, Cooper Spires, 4 of 7 on the night for 211 yards. The completions, 2 of them go to Dane Padgett for 97 yards, 1 touchdown there. Justin Thornton got a catch for 65 and a touchdown, and Tyler Hannon got a 1 catch for 45 yards and a touchdown. As far as Eastern is concerned, had them for 179 yards of offense, 148 of that on the ground, and 31 as a result of passing the football. Breaking down the individual totals, they had 4 kids with better than 30 yards rushing. That's the best they could do. Connor Cleek, he had 8 carries for 38. Chase Batt, the big kid running the ball, he carried it 6 times, gained 31 yards. And Hubert Memphis, he had, 2 carries for 30 yards. The rest of them had a yard here, a yard there, that sort of thing. As far as the passing is concerned, they had 3 different players throw passes tonight. Cordell Hurst out of the starting quarterback spot, 4 out of 15 with an interception, just 1 yard in passing offense for him. Pacheco, he completed his only pass attempt of the night, good for 30 yards. And Langley, he threw it 4 times and did not complete a pass tonight. As far as the receptions are concerned, Langley, he had 1 catch for 30 yards. Brody Temple, 1 catch for -6. Lee had a catch 2 catches for a total of 1 yard. And Jeffrey Fowler had 1 catch for 6 yards. As far as the team stats are concerned, Paoli, 6 first downs on the night, 5 of them in the first half of play. Eastern had 12 first downs, and 7 of them were in the first half. Third down tries, Paoli 1 out of 4 on the night. Eastern was 6 of 13. Fourth down tries, Paoli did not try it on a 4th down tonight. Eastern did 3 times, converted on 2 of those. As far as the turnovers are concerned, 4 against Eastern tonight, 2 fumbles lost and 2 interceptions thrown. Penalties, 2 against Paoli tonight for 15 yards, 5 against Eastern for 35 yards. Scores by the quarters, Paoli was up 30-0 after 1. Second quarter, Paoli outscores Eastern 14-0. That gets us to a 44-0 halftime score. That score remained the same after 3 quarters, and then in the 4th quarter, Paoli outscores Eastern 6-0 and win it 50-0. Now we're going to take a break. When we come back with the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show, we will get Coach Neil Dittmer in for a few comments. You're listening to Rams Football on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Rams win in advance in the opening round of Class 2A Sectional 40. An impressive shutout victory, 50-0 here at Cook Field tonight over Eastern Pekin. Head Coach Neil Dittmer joins us now as the Rams improved with that big win now. Coach, 8-2, 7-game winning streak, but all that matters is now you're 1-0.
Absolutely. You know, at this point in time, whatever else we've done for the season, it's great, and we'll recap that down the road. But right now, I just want to be 1-0.
Coach, came out in your spread offense, looked good. A couple of big pass plays to get you in the end zone early in this ball game.
Yeah, just great reads by Cooper and a great job by our guys up front to give him some time there. The first play to Dane there was a little bit of a longer developing play, but and they stunted all their backers, and we held it up, and he didn't have any pressure whatsoever, and just was able to flip it over there to Dane, and he made a good play from it.
And then once again, the next possession, we see what happens when you flip it out to number 10.
Yeah, same thing. Those two guys are pretty special together, and both of them can go where they want to. Can score from anywhere really. And another just great read. They played a little man coverage, and we ran a little pick route. I guess what is it, a rub route on offense if you're the offensive coach, where Justin's going up the sideline, and Cooper hit him in stride for a big game.
So 2 big offensive series, a couple of plays, 2 scores, and you pin and get this team from Eastern down early, and then your defense is just solid all game long.
Yeah, just really solid all game long. I just like the way Coach Hannon and the defensive staff have gone to work and are preparing our guys every single week.
Tyler Hannon gets you back on that ground game, Coach, and he had some great runs tonight.
He did. I think earlier that spread really opened up our inside run game and allowed us to get some Tyler going, some of our pitch stuff going. So I think all of that really opened everything else up for us.
Well, get another big pass play to Tyler, though, to set up the next score for Dane.
Yeah, again, just a great play, a great read, and a beautiful ball by Cooper. He was putting the ball where he needed to all night long.
Come up, your defense gets its first turnover there. That was good to see with 4 of them on the night.
Yeah, that was huge. I was asking the staff there after the game. I said, "How close are we to with our turnover battle now?" We were, what were we, -13 and week 4, and I think we're darn near even at this point. Just a great job by our guys of being able to get the ball back and creating turnovers and us turning the ball over.
And also not only getting turnovers, Coach, but taking advantage of them and putting them in the end zone.
Yeah, that was huge. Being able to get Trey a touchdown return there on an interception was big. Just continue to put the momentum on our side.
Then you come right back down, and Lincoln Campbell, a great interception there near the goal line.
A great job by Lincoln, a guy who's got a little opportunity to get some playing time tonight and took advantage of it. A great job of widening the player and doing exactly what Coach Busick coaches those guys in the secondary to do, and went up and bodied guy and made a play.
Well, we talked about Hannah was running the football. Trey Robbins, that next series, Coach, deep in your own end zone, able to flip the field with that huge run.
That was a huge run. Great read by Justin. Justin was in at that point, and just great read by him to get the ball to Trey, and he just made guys miss. He's got a little bit of elusiveness to him, and he's not afraid to run pretty hard between the tackles.
Well, we get to a chance, Coach, there, and we've talked about it throughout the year, how valuable the field goal might be. Previously, coming into the game, we kind of rushed it when we got out there, but you took a timeout and got things set up, and I thought we had one.
Yeah, man, just short. Maybe we're a yard or two closer. We punched that one in, get Alvaro his field goal there. But a great job by guys blocking for it, and just right off the crossbar.
Well, at least we know maybe what that range is now.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of hit at a range here. We tried it a couple times tonight, so it gives us a little bit better idea where we need to get to.
But the Rams defense not done. They come up with another big fumble recovery, Coach, to close out that first half.
Yeah, just a nice job by our defense in the entire first half to be able to get stops, create turnovers, get the ball back in our offense's hand, and we were clicking pretty well.
Well, we get that second half the way you want it, and that's a running clock.
Yeah, anytime you can get that running clock, it's a great opportunity for you, and we're able to get a bunch of guys in the ball game and get them some playing time in a sectional environment, and that's it's so beneficial as we move forward, not this season and into next year.
Well, we get one more opportunity for a field goal, but this one's kind of long range at 44.
Yeah, it was, but let's give it a shot. You never know what'll happen, and why not?
Well, the defense again, though, answers, Coach. Gunnar Smith comes up. I don't know why all of a sudden tonight it was interceptions at the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
That seemed to be the favorite
we
spot.
had two of them at the 2-yard line, and that was big. I mean, he made a nice play on the ball, bobbled a little bit, but kept his focus and pulled it in.
Well, here's Justin getting loose again. Steps out of bounds at the 1.
Yeah, stepped out of bounds at 1. Just a great read by him, just being able to get down the field. We weren't trying to score there. We wanted to run some clock, but you're never going to fault the kid for getting a 97-yard run. That's a heck of a run and a great job by him.
Well, the Rams cap off what ends up being a 98-yard touchdown drive as Trey Robbins runs it in from 1 yard out. Now, I made the comment, I think Trey's got more scores defensively than he does offensively this season.
Yeah, I think he's about even now. I think he's got a couple offensively and a couple defensively at this point.
Well, it ends up, Coach, the good news is you come up with a shutout, and I know that's something that these seniors were shooting for tonight.
Absolutely. Anytime you get a shutout in a sectional game, that's a big deal. especially on your home field, and to be able, we don't know if we'll get to come back and play at Cookfield anymore this year. So to finish off the year playing as well as we did, it's a great job by our seniors of leading us to it, and it's a great way to send us off to round 2 of the sectionals.
Coach, we talked about in the pregame, this team from Eastern wanted to run downhill, kind of play bully ball, kind of get you behind the chain, so to speak, and push you around. But guys like Landon Smith, Lucas Schinkel, Dom Garcia, Kentley Scholl, Wyatt Baker on the offense, and mainly those guys, again, on the defense up front with Dane and Dom and Wyatt, held their own and really controlled the line of scrimmage tonight.
Those guys did a really good job. Some of their beast package is tough. You got the big guys all lined up there. You're not exactly sure where they go. We did a great job of setting the edge and keeping them inside. I thought that was big, and turning them back into those guys who were really fighting to get off blocks and made some great tackles. Well, you never know when you get into postseason how things are going to shake out, but it shook out the way you thought it would and should have here tonight with a shutout victory. Yeah, it did. I liked the way we came out and set the tone early and often. Defense played lights out all night long, and we get to go on to round 2. And I haven't seen the score yet, so I'm not exactly sure who we're going to play, but we get to keep playing for another week, and that's pretty special. Yeah, we don't know anything official, but odds are we'll be headed over to Brownstown. Yeah, probably. That's the odds are that we're heading to Brownstown again this year, and all you got to do is play one game at a time, and you never know what will happen. We'll go to work and get prepared and be ready to go for them next Friday. Coach, celebrate the win. A great one here tonight. The shutout. Congratulations. We'll talk to you Monday on Coach's Show. Sounds good, Dave. Thank you. Go Rams. Be excellent. Head Coach Neil Dittmer of the Paoli Rams. They win it here tonight to win and advance in sectional play. Again, your final 50-0. We'll come back to wrap up the Buddy's Food and Fuel post-game report from Cook Field. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Need a quick bite or cold drink or fuel for the road? Head to Betty's Food and Fuel, right across from Walmart at 656 North Gospel Street in Paoli. We're locally owned and operated and open Monday through Saturdays from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 6 to 10 p.m. Enjoy competitive gas, daily food specials, a hot deli, fresh wraps, salads, and cold sandwiches. Need an ATM or lottery ticket? We have both. Find us on Facebook at Betty's Food and Fuel. For questions, call 812-203-0227. Betty's Food and Fuel, the one-stop shop.
We wrap up the Buddy's Food and Fuel post-game show. Buddy's Food and Fuel located on North Gospel Street in Paoli. Rams started off with 2 big pass plays in this ball game to set the tone. A 75-yard touchdown strike to Dane Padgett. Followed that up, Cooper Spiders did by connecting with Justin Thornton for 65 yards out. Then the ground game took over to get into the end zone along with the defense. A pick 6 by Trey Robbins. And then the Rams cap it off with a Robbins 1-yard touchdown run late in this game. And Paoli wins it by a score of 50-0 to advance on to the second round of Class 2A Sectional 40. And more than likely, we will be headed to Brownstown Central in a rematch with the Brownstown Central Braves. Eastern Pekin, they wrap up the year 1-9 in Coach Jordan Williams' first year at the helm of Eastern. Paoli with the win improves to 8-2 overall. They've won 7 in a row, but most importantly now 1-0 in postseason play. And we'll move on to week number 2 in the semifinal round next Friday night. Again, a reminder, Coach's Corner will be coming your way on Monday night. We'll talk Rams football with head coach Neil Dittmer at 6 o'clock. Then we'll follow that up with Blackhawks Coach's Corner and head coach Jason Lowe at 6:30. As always, want to thank our great sponsors for allowing us to bring you high school football, not only tonight, but throughout the entire season. A big thank you as well to our engineer and producer. Great job, as always, by Melissa Wall. And most of all, thanks to you for listening. For Bert Pedigo, I'm Dave Dedrick. Again, your final tonight from Cook Field in the opening round of Class 2A Sectional 40. Paoli shuts out Eastern. They win it, the Rams do, 50-0. Good night, everybody.
This coverage of high school sports on Mix 95.3 WUME has been made possible by our incredible community sponsors: Bender Lumber, Buddy's Food and Fuel, Cave and Calcar Quarries, Dillman Scott Funeral Home, El Compadre Mexican Restaurant, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, In Focus Eye Care, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC, Orange County Fiber, Orange County Casa, Paoli Health and Living Community, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Summer Seamless Guttering, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, and the Orange County Community Foundation. Thanks for supporting local athletes, local